Hey, DOT community, this is Alon coming at you with the Beast of the Forest Friday Night Live. How we doing, DOT community? It has been quite a week with our starting out with the Solo War Greek Armory event, which was totally awesome. And then we got a little bit of just a, pull event, which is nothing exciting. And then yeah, here we have the Beast of the Forest, which I made a comment over on Vintage's video about where I was thinking I was going to go with this event. And I was going to just collect event relics, level up my Aria and Minotaur, because even with the Aria up here at 12k, I was like, yeah, I already got a really good one, so I wasn't really too excited. But I definitely want to grab the poison dart because I just don't have it. It was always at the end of every event with Artemis, and I never got it. Oh, and I got Doom joining me on Discord. How we doing, Doom?
Doing good, Zalon. How about you?
Good. Now, would you recommend going for the poison dart if you don't have it?
If you don't have it, it's not a bad relic. It's not one of the better Panther relics, but it's not terrible. It's got a purpose. If you're looking to get a little bit extra armor piercing, if you're kind of missing the tainted blade and you need to buff up your Panther's AP a little bit, could be useful.
Okay. Because that's the one thing I see in this event that I was like, man, I actually don't have that, and it's not really super high up on the list. So, and I mean, I'm gonna get an Okantar in the top 100 anyway. So, I was like, well,
yeah, I mean, it's useful if you don't have the 5-star relic for your Artemis, and if you don't have a tainted blade, then it's a good substitute.
Okay, all right. Thanks for your opinion. Because that's the one thing that I was like, oh, wait, you know what? Maybe I need to make sure I grab that. So, we'll see. Let's see who's joining me here. Jaeger was just live streaming. So, hopefully, he saw my notification. See if some people showed up. What's up, Tag Her? Denison. Oh, man, I'm going to butcher this name. Dan Ilson Gonzalez. What's going on, Bruce? How we doing? Soldier lurking. Ryan. How we doing? Waiting on the next event, Ryan. That's cool. Wait, are the servers up? Oh, I haven't noticed any servers down for myself personally, but I do know that there was a bit of a hiccup today for players playing earlier today where I saw...
no, there wasn't a hiccup. There was like a 4-hour blackout.
A 4-hour blackout? So what, that was affecting everyone then, I would assume?
Yes, it was affected. Nobody could get a game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was at work, so I actually did not check in during that time period. What's up, Churro?
Yeah, it kept saying, error, then it went to maintenance. They're doing a system maintenance or something like that. That just completely kicked you out.
I see.
Yeah, I'd be interested. Anyone that's watching the live stream and in the chat right now, if anybody got any special gifts or rewards from the developers. I saw in global chat during that time when we first were able to log in that some people were like, free gift, make sure you restart. And I know one of our players got one, but none of the other players did. So I saw a couple people in global chat comment about it, and one person on our team got one, but then I didn't hear anything.
Did they say what it was, Doom?
I know one of our players got a Titan token, and they made a pull off of it, but nobody in global chat were commenting on what it is. They just said, free gift, restart your game.
Wow. Churro says nothing for him. What's up, Tario? Good to see you. Daniel, good to see you. I got Val, Jim, and Doom. Even though Val's on mute, she's still here. So you can still call her out.
I'm here. Hey, guys.
What's up, Extinction? What's going on?
So where are you going for this event, Zolan?
Well, I try to make my decision. I mean, when I saw that the poison dart wasn't too far up there and I don't have it, it was actually at the very end of, I think, 2 Artemis events, where both the original Artemis event and the reskilled Artemis event, I didn't get either one of the poison darts in that. So, I don't know. I was thinking about that. And of course, being in a top 100 team in Legends, I'm gonna get an Okantar anyway, so I wasn't gonna be really pushing hard for that. So I don't know. Up in the air.
Yeah.
I have 168 souls.
15,000.
I have 100. Wait, how many souls do you have?
Well, I got a little over 15,000. I went to get the poison dart, and I wanted another.
Well, what'd you get on your Aria?
Like Troop Bird.
What'd you get on your Aria then?
I don't know. I can't pull. I don't know. I can't pull her yet.
Oh.
I'll have to wait. Titan Fusion.
Soldier says, what in the heck? It just played a commercial during the live stream. Well, I guess I'm a super baller then, Soldier. I don't know. Shouldn't do that. Got my quick start packs refunded from Apple, but nothing from DOT. Oh. What's up, FL Rebel? Good to see you. Just did its normal thing. Or it boots everybody out in my first, 5-10 minutes. Never understood why it does that. So, did anybody else pull their Aria yet? Val or Doom? Or did you not get one? Or
I did. I was logging in to check it, actually, because I really wasn't paying attention to it. Hold on.
See if you got a perfect roll. You're looking for 2 criticals and 2 damage, with obviously with the X skill damage.
I got armor piercing and a critical.
Wait, two of each?
So it's the base, which is Titan damage, whatever, and then it's Titan armor piercing, Titan ice damage, Titan critical, and Titan armor.
I see. And is that the first one? Is that the first one you've ever gotten, Val, or no?
Yeah,
okay.
I've missed every single event that she was in.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Doom?
I have not got my Aura yet. I'm only at 4,000 gold.
Okay. Are you planning on finishing this event or no?
I will, because I'm gonna just need to stock up on resources and relics. I'm not finishing or anything particular in this event, just to get resources and battle drops.
Yeah. Well, I just so happened to have found out that I didn't have work tomorrow, so I had to make sure I streamed tonight. I was like, even more of an excuse to stay up late and stream. Yes, TGIF was the lawn. Thanks, Ice. What were you gonna say, Doom?
I mean, my main goal in this event is to get Aria, because my other one has X-Skill health. So that's my main goal, and then anything extra after that is just bonus.
Nice.
So you're not planning on finishing, Doom?
I'm gonna try. I mean, these relics that they're offering, these unique ones. I mean, they're not great. They're not terrible. So I'd like to get them just to have them in case that they have a future use. But I'm going to try to, but I'm not going to spend a bunch of gems and tokens and stuff like that on it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even care if I get those couple relics at the end.
All right, we have
If I get them, I get them. If not, it's all good.
Here we go. We have a new player in the chat, Tomek Jr., and he's asking, "Hey, I'm a new player. Which type of Titan should I focus on first?" Well, Tomek, I'm going to ask, what castle level are you? If you're very, very new, or if you're, when you say new and you played for a few months or something like that. So it kind of depends on what you mean by new. But most likely you're going to be getting 3 stars, obviously before 4 stars, and certain 3 stars are going to be better than others. So I would say focus on a 3-star Titan first if you're extremely new to the game, which means within your first few months. But besides from that, I mean, anybody can answer that question as well. Oh, Tomek says
if
very
he's really new, he needs to focus on getting a champion to raid for resources.
There you go.
To level everything up. He needs a 3-star champion that he could solo with, basically, because his troops aren't going to be high enough.
Back in the day, Durat was the man, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, Durat was the man. So I mean, everybody had a good Durat. It seemed like back in the day. Other 3 stars though that are really good. You got Logu, which is a good 3-star ranger.
Joran is a good 3-star ranger.
Joran as well. Also to what is it? Sardu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah, he's good.
Because when you're very new, I mean, you really got to concentrate on those 3 stars, and then eventually you'll be able to grind with them so quickly and so fast that an event will come up with 4 stars and relics that you're going to be needing later on, that you'll be able to participate a lot better. Because it does take forever to grind in an event if you don't have a Titan that you can do very quick battles with. So
yes, I agree. I used Minotaur for this one. It was so much fun.
Yeah, you had a good time with Minotaur?
I did. I love the summoning, like the Omegas. I can just, if it's a long map, then I don't have to because normally that's what takes forever because you have to wait for the troops to come to you. If your troops are slow. Mm-hmm. But you can just drop the Omegas on whatever's spawning, and it's just over.
Yeah.
It's great.
Tariel says, my castle is level 11, says Daniel. No, it's not, Daniel. You've been playing for a bit longer than that. Tariel, this event is bad. I can't believe we had login issues. Free stuff, I guess. So you got free stuff, Tariel? What's up, J-Dub? Good to see you. I got a 4-star event relic on my mini, but I have a 1.1 boost, which is so bad. Well, yeah. 4-star event relic is nice, though. And you're welcome, Junior. Bone Wobble says Okantar is a good 3-star.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Let's see. It's not like before, but if you start using Goliath, you get more armor and health. Yeah, well, Goliath, you can't get them until castle level 12. So, it for really young players, you're not going to even be able to use them for a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to focus on a good Titan that he can solo with, basically, until he starts getting his troops higher and starts getting a couple 4-stars under his belt.
Exactly.
I would almost say an infiltrator as well, but to be honest, you can usually get by with champions with just 3-star relics, right? But if you get infiltrator, it's going to be better to have 4-star relics, which I know is harder to come by for newer players, but it was a couple weeks ago where, get into like a little mini war with this one alliance. They had this one guy that was Castle 18, and, it was some successes, but, some fails that he was trying to attack our garrisons using an infiltrator. So his troop level is low. So they can be useful, but along with getting a very good 4-star Titan, it's also difficult when you're just starting to get really good 4-star relics. So that's kind of the caveat.
All very good advice. Boy, aren't I glad I let you guys know I was streaming. Wait, what was that? What was that, Jim?
No, I was going to tell him he needs to get to a good alliance with people that will give him good advice.
That's true too, because that's finding a good group of other like-minded players. Because some players are going to be all about the VP push, some players will be more event-focused, and some will be both. So it just depends. Or some may be more casual. It just really depends on the leadership and the focus of the group. So,
right.
He's such a young castle level. He needs to get into an alliance that's going to nurture him and bring him along and give him good advice. Whether the alliance is a vet focus or VP, he just needs to be taught how to play the game properly and nurtured. Not
very true. And
get to a group that's not going to give him good advice.
And don't think that you have to go to the highest leagues really quick and fast or anything like that, because the thing is, they may give out great season rewards right now, especially with the Divine Gems and everything else, but right now, a newer player should be more focused on growth and also being in a league where you can actually win battles on a regular basis. So you don't want to be in a super high league right off the bat. Preferably, you want to make sure that you're in a, like Jim said, on a good team. Typically, you'll find good teams in the, initially, probably gold is where you're going to find some good starter teams that are trying to go up and grow really fast. Besides from that, though, you'll find some more up in the elite and champion as well, or champion and elite. So.
And actually, to pat Zalon on the back, he has a couple good videos of DOT do's and don'ts and things for younger players.
Yes.
I would recommend watching that.
And the Fusion video. That one is still... The Fusion video, I still get constant comments about it from newer players all the time. And players that just are finding YouTube in general. Because it's the Fusion video is still applicable to today. Some of the older videos from like 2 years ago may have some dated information in it, but the Fusion video is exactly the same as it always has been. So Fusion class to class is always going to give you the more of a benefit, and of course during the Fusion events you will always get more of a benefit. So saving any pre-leveled Titans for 3-star and 4-star especially, saving them for Fusion events is highly recommended. So, because you will get a lot more XP for them.
So there's a lot of good advice right there. Just hopefully you follow it.
Yeah. Because I remember talking to my buddy that started the game. He's got a bit of time under his belt now, but when he started the game like 8 months ago, or maybe even 10 months ago at this point, when I started rattling a whole bunch of stuff off, I know exactly, everything that I was saying was on point, but I seemed to flood him with too much information. So it can be a lot at once sometimes. So try to go at your the best pace as possible. What's going on, Godan? Raid more. Right, sure.
Raid more.
Never use gems to heal troops. That's right, Wheaton.
We all did that when we first started. Come on now.
What was that again?
Use gems to heal troops.
I actually do that periodically. like if we're kind of at a war with a team or whatever, and I get done with the battle, and say I went in with all Panthers, and some of them took like minor damages, and only takes like 5 gems to heal it, then I'll spend like a little bit like that, 5, 7, 9 gems per troop. That's going to be cheaper than using gems in your barracks, and it's better than waiting 12 minutes for another one to generate. So I sometimes do it, but that's kind of in extreme situations.
If you're in a war that's going non-stop, sometimes you gotta do something to keep going.
Yeah. But him being a Newcastle level, he should not be doing it.
Right. Right.
Definitely.
Us doing it when we're trying to hit, 20 million VP or in a war is a little different at castle level 25 than at castle level 11 than a champion troops.
Right, exactly.
Well, you also
don't do it.
When you're at a lower castle level, you don't actually have as many troops to choose from. Remember when what that was like?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that too.
You just had militia, archers.
Well, no. Even your troop capacity wasn't really that high.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because you don't have 500 and some troops to choose from.
Actually, you're bringing all this back. I kind of remember, but it's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look how long just the 4 of us on Discord have been playing the game.
It's very true.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to start over at all.
No. I don't even want to open a mini. No.
Oh, Daniel says Jimmy Poo.
What?
And Val agrees.
Daniel, the new guy that's asking advice.
No,
such good advice.
No. Daniel HDZ. He's been on streams before. He must have been on your stream there, Jim.
I hashtag blame Val for that.
Blame Val.
Hashtag blame the lawn. Remember?
Okay.
Something happened today in game in the alliance or something. I'm like hashtag blame the lawn. That's my go-to.
I just got a message on band that says Drama's passed out and I can't keep my eyes open. D's going to bed.
Aww.
Kool-Aid, really?
Little Rainbow says, do you wish more people would play the game? Well, there's a good amount of people that play the game. Now, again, I know a lot of people are always going to say that it's not enough, but the number always fluctuates between 60 and 80,000 active players on a regular basis. Until I see something, until I play a solo event where I put my my test account at the end and I see a different number, it's usually in the low 80,000s. So, and then I always account for I always say there's like a 20,000 buffer zone because a lot of those players could only be very barely active. So I say between 60 and 80 active players on a regular basis. So, and like I said, until I see the number change, I'll continue to say so. Unless, I wouldn't doubt that there's, like I said, plenty of lesser active accounts still counted in there, especially at the bottom. All right, so let's grab some P stones.
Yeah, tell D Val's on Discord how to get her in.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I'm tired. I don't want it. Oh, that hurts.
That hurts.
Don't try.
Yeah.
I said, Val is on. Jim is doing the D voice.
Jim is doing the D voice.
You see Kool-Aid, he said, bad mother Jimmy Poo giving good advice. Props. Bad mother Jimmy Poo. Come on, Kool-Aid.
Come on, Kool-Aid. You're not.
I love it. Good job.
See what you did, Val?
Hey, what?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know. Somebody else might have said it first, but you perpetuate it.
Yeah, Daniel says, is that D? She sounds more mature. Or she got a new mic. No, that's Val, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel. I hope that's the compliment. Hi, Tag.
Hi, Tag.
Tag's on there.
I don't see Vintage. Did he survive the last server error? Yeah, he's alive. Vintage is alive. You never know. He's 3 hours behind, so it's 8:14. Yeah, there's still a good chance that Vintage will pop on.
Good Lord, how many troops could you have back at Castle of Laughter anyway?
Are you still thinking about that, Jim?
Yeah, I am, because I'm trying to... I can't even remember. I mean, I'm maxed out now and I can have 525, so I can't even remember back then.
I mean, you might only be able to have like 100 and some troops. Total.
I don't even know that much.
Really?
I'll have to look. I'll have to look at my second account to see.
Because seriously, I mean, I think that sometimes we take this stuff for granted because, Max Castle and everything, but you kind of forget these guys that are just starting off or level 16 or 18 or whatever, what they are able to do or have. I can't even remember.
It was so long ago.
Okay, Castle level 12, he said he could have 180 troops.
Nice, Logan.
FL, really?
I was trying to figure what drum called to, and I couldn't think of it. That's what it was.
Jimothy. Good job,
FL.
Your captors finally released you, Zalon, sending ransom messages on band. That's right. No, see, my phone at work today, I guess every once in a while it'll like open up all my apps in my pocket. And apparently I typed a message in band in the YouTubers chat on band, and it was just making a whole bunch of random nonsense. And the message apparently sent, and people are like, "What was that?" And then the brain's like, "I think Zalon has lost it." And then he came up with all this stuff about me like losing it, and how the game is going to be affected by me going crazy.
And the brain knows me because he mentioned Chick-fil-A and BMT.
Yeah.
I just thought you were drinking, Zalon. I mean, I don't know.
No.
Zalon's funny when he drinks.
Sometimes. Because I'm in Venice, France, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What's up, Lucas? Got here late. Are your minds running wild like Vintage because there is no AP on the Panthers, right? Of course, Lucas. Well, that's why I was considering actually going a bit farther than I was expecting to in this event, just for the poison dart. But we'll see. We'll see. Apparently, I don't have work tomorrow, so... I mean, I have still some things to do. I didn't expect it, though. So, I guess maybe I'll have extra time to play DOT. And watch...
There you go.
And watch, what's it called? In Dee's old streams, because I don't know, we'll see, because she streamed the last 3 weeks in a row, which I was quite impressed. The 2 weeks when I wasn't around. Same thing with you, though, Jim. Are you going to be streaming tomorrow, you think, or no?
Yeah, I'm going to stream actually early.
Ooh.
I'm thinking around 12, 1 o'clock.
Nice. For a nice hour or two?
Yeah, for a good afternoon stream on a Saturday.
Nice. All right, cool. because it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be. It's supposed to be just as hot as it was the last 2 days, which it's been up in the low 90s. So have fun outside in the morning. Get yourself some lunch, and then when it gets super hot out, the hottest part of the day, like 2, 3 o'clock, it'll be a perfect time to have a live stream.
Wow, look at you, Kool-Aid. Taking payments, huh?
See?
Val.
And if people here don't know, Val also joins Jim on the live streams as well as co-host. So if you enjoy what you're hearing tonight, you can get more tomorrow on Jim's stream.
Yes, I will be with Jim tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. So this is like an early preview.
Yeah. Churro.
See? You're saving people. Do you see that, Val and Jim? You're saving people's sanity.
See, Val, we're going to be doing a public service.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know.
That's right.
That's okay, because earlier I asked her to make sure she was going to be available to co-host as usual, and she goes, "What time are you thinking?" I said, "Well, around 12 or 1 o'clock my time, which would be around 9 o'clock your time or so." And she goes, 9 o'clock? I said, "Yes." Is that before your coffee time?
I said I would give up beauty sleep for you, Jim. See?
Oh, wow.
And then I said she doesn't need that much beauty sleep anyway.
Oh, because Jim's such a sweetheart.
That was very sweet. He got points for that. That's one less Jimmy Poo, I'll say, okay?
Oh.
That's just not going to die, is it?
No.
It's not.
No. Val loves it, so it's going to have to stay.
I still call Doom Doomy Pie. I think it's super cute.
Mm.
So Doomy Pie and Jimmy Poo.
Yeah.
Doom. Yeah.
We should start like a hashtag trend. And we'll throw a Flame Salon in there.
Yeah, sure. Get your own name picked out by Val.
Yes. If you want a cute name, just let me know.
Okay, FL, I would leave the house and burn it.
Well, how would you do FL Rebel, Val? What would you do?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Wait a minute. What are we talking? What?
If you wanted to change FL Rebel and make his name all cutesy so he gets super annoyed, what would you do?
I'll have to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Rebelicious?
Oh, that's a good one. He'll be rebelicious.
FL Fly Guy.
FL Fly Guy.
Kool-Aid says noted, -1 Jimmy Poo.
Thank you, Kool-Aid. I appreciate it, bud.
Well, yeah, because it was your birthday this last week, Jim. Now, did your wife make you something nice for your birthday?
No.
She doesn't make you like a special meal for your birthday. She doesn't be like, "What do you want to eat?" And you're like, "This," because it's my favorite.
No.
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 So you didn't do anything special for your birthday then?
I was working for my birthday. I was down in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I post happy birthday to him everywhere, though.
I saw it from Truth.
Birthday,
I saw it from Truth. Truth posted for you too as well. He was hardcore about letting everybody know.
Yeah. Val was very sweet. She wished me a happy birthday, and she posts a lot of places. And I'm not going to say Truth is sweet because he's not. But
we all know you think so. It's okay, Jim. You can admit it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not going to be doing anything on my birthday either. I'm going to work on my birthday as well, but I'll do something on the weekend before my birthday because I'll be going to the Blues Festival like I always do every year. So I'm going to
When's your birthday?
My birthday's the 18th of July.
Oh, my daughter's the 17th.
Yeah, I'll probably do a live stream on my birthday. I've done that before.
Well, that'll be cool.
Well, I guess maybe I should save my epic tokens for that then, because I got 4 of them right now. But hopefully there's something good in the altar, though. See, rarely do I find anything where there's more than maybe 1 Titan that I need for my collection. It's in the altar, and I'm like, I'll probably never get them. So
I was starting to do that, to like build up my Pantheon collection, and then I just fused everything into my Minotaur.
So you gymmed it. You gymmed it. I understand.
I gymmed it.
Yeah, you definitely gymmed it.
That was a good choice, though.
Yeah, I see. Doomy Pie approves.
Yeah, Doomy Pie is also along the same lines as Jim, and tends to pick specific Titans and dump everything. Is that not correct, Doom?
Yeah, pretty much. Whenever there's a Titan that I need maxed immediately, I'm not afraid to throw in other max ones into it.
True. Well, what are you working on right now, Doom?
Nothing, to be honest. I was hoping to get a good Dionysus to work on, but luck was not on my side. So
me either, Doom. I was so disappointed.
I got the same one that I already have, which is AP.
That's what I did.
Yeah, AP and Health.
That's what
I got the exact same one, and I was like, well, why would I want the exact same thing? I don't know.
I got all different ones, but they're all crap, and I used away one of them just out of pure spite.
I was kind of excited to see if I got a good one with the team reward, and I ended up getting the exact same.
Val, can you do me a favor? Can you can you read the brains? Not the last comment, like the second to last comment. The one that starts with fun game.
No, fun game. Try with 5 beef tacos each from Taco Bell. First person to hit the bathroom buys a proper dinner.
So what do you think about that?
I think that's a terrible idea. Let us know how that goes. Or I guess don't let us know how that goes.
That's right, FL. I got 10 brownie points, bud. Work them up.
What are the 10 brownie points for?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, it's probably because it's his birthday week. That's what you get, Jim. Get 10 brownie points.
Cool, your birthday's the same date as Zalon's.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Kool-Aid, but how old are you going to be? If you're willing to disclose that, because I'm going to be 35. So.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the same age along.
Okay.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, that's also because my my demograph on YouTube also states the same thing, that most of my viewers between the ages of 25 and 50. So, you know, but with the heaviest concentration in the 30s. But that's because we talk a lot of we have a lot of 90s references here. Well, just the way it is. 80s too, 80s and 90s references. So. Do you think that you need to cap a bunch of lands and garrison raids to get a lot of VP? Just curious. Well, there is one other option, and that's a VP PP. You know, if somebody's ping ponging VP lands, I mean, you don't have to garrison raid or cap a bunch of lands. You can just do that. But for the most part, yeah, capping and garrison raids are where most people get most of their VP.
Well, they serve a purpose too when you're capping lands, especially a bonus, or if you're just stripping a player or raiding the team. I mean, there's different things for different, tactics, and depends on what the alliance is doing.
Yeah. Shane Young, home for the night, just cracked a beer, about to make some hash. That sounds great. Let's see. I thought all Dionysus was good. Is that what everyone was saying? So Doom, can you specify why you were so upset with your Dionysus?
So I personally disagree with that statement, but I also play a different style and have a different perspective than others. So the team that I'm on, we're a war alliance, and we're at battles with people every single week, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 6 days. So when it comes to Dionysus and the militia and the Omegas and the relics, you can make those militias deal a crap ton of damage, and the X skills that they have are way higher than other normal troops, like the armor piercing or the armor. So when you're looking to raid garrison raids, not a lot of garrisons have max physical resist. So for your Dionysus, your militia, ideally you want to get the armor piercing skill on him, because there's just not a lot of relics that help militia with armor piercing. So if you get that as an X skill, you don't have to worry about it, and you can easily cut through the armor of, Kronos Goliaths or Minotaur Spearmen, Valorns, and Zeus defenses and what have you. So you definitely want to get AP as a skill. So there's different ways to look at it. If you go with an AP damage roll, you'll definitely win the battle fast, but you'll lose a lot of troops because they're not going to have very high health. But you'll still win. It'll be done pretty fast. Or you can go with the armor-piercing armor route, to where you'll get the benefit of the high armor piercing and put a bunch of damage relics and crit relics on them. And their armor is going to be so high, there's not going to be any defenses out there that's going to have high armor piercing. So essentially you'll be sustaining the life of your militia, where they'll still be able to deal a lot of damage, right? Because being battalion units, their damage is directly related to their health. So if you can keep them a little bit healthier, they'll do damage for a longer period of time. So if in my perfect scenario, I would want a damage and armor piercing, or an armor piercing armor. But again, my main concern is raiding garrisons and, capping VP lands and shaving players. That's all I really care about. So anything else but those two, I don't find them to be useful, aside from just a land defense for VP.
Thank you, Doom, for your Dionysus analysis. The dream of the 90s is alive. Portlandia. Thank you, Ice. Oh, the brain. The gay 90s. The 90s were great. Nothing wrong with that. Too many dang birthdays. People need to stop screwing. Oh, brain. 41, but I'm twinsies with Zalan, I guess. What? Well, yeah, I guess on the birthday, though. Definitely. So you gotta hold some tokens. We'll do some polls, Kool-Aid. You gotta do them on our birthday. You got AP damage. Am I the
only one drinking tonight?
Oh no, I'm drinking too. When I found out I wasn't working tomorrow, I'm definitely drinking.
Yeah. What are you having?
It's that same beer that I got from It's this organic Belgian blonde ale. I got another full case of it because none of my workers that work with me, want to bring it home. They drink liquor. So, and Coronas. So
you're more of a beer guy?
Well, typically on a regular basis, yes. But, when I was on vacation, though, trust me, in the afternoons, every time I came back onto the ship, I went straight up to the one bar that's outside by the pool, and I was like, yeah, I got these pineapple rum champs. They were so good.
Oh, that sounds good.
They were very good. They were $10.99 a piece, and thank goodness I got the free drink package. Because boy, I would have racked up one heck of a bill. So.
Right. Yeah, if you go to the bar and stuff, it can get expensive.
It can be very expensive, but yeah. So I started most of my days with. Actually, when I was actually in any of the cities. I would actually make sure, besides from getting some local food, I also got a local beer every time with my meal. Just made a point.
Oh, I bet that was
I made a point of that. I took a lot of pictures of that. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Put together some of my my vacation videos that I wanted to do. So, because I definitely have a bunch of pictures that I want to share. Because, like I said, I took pictures every day, but some days it would be like there's only a dozen, and then other days there'd be like 2 or 3 dozen. So, and it was only because certain days I did a bit more than others, but every day I took a picture out of my balcony to show where I was at, because it was it was gorgeous everywhere. So
is there like a beer that was your favorite that you tasted, or?
They were most of the local stuff was all just like lagers and light lagers. They really are like, I don't know, pilsners, if you want to call them that. They weren't like IPAs, or they weren't like any kind of like specialty craft beer, nothing like that. So, it was just like their Coors and their Budweiser, but, it says it's called Mythos, you know what I mean? And it reminded me, like, a lot of them reminded me of beers I've had before. It wasn't anything like groundbreaking or anything like that.
Okay.
But
so I'm not. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, but I'm not going to say that I didn't enjoy them while I had my local food, because it was all a package deal for me. So.
Right. Okay. I'm not really a beer drinker. Like, if I'm watching football, then yeah, I'll have a beer or something.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a local brewery here that does this orange blossom beer. It's really good. If you there's a local bar that has it, and you put a shot of vanilla vodka in it and drink it. It's so good.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of other really good drinks. Like they had a mojito bar that actually made a whole bunch of specialty mojitos. They had a whole bunch of different things on the ship, a lot of different options. But Dee just joined us real quick, and she just put in FL Reb Muffin. So I like it.
I like it. Hey,
FL Reb Muffin. FL Fruity Loop. Yeah, there you go, brain. You're getting it in.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim. Thanks. That's what we needed. We needed your voice to say that.
Jim does have that deep voice, right?
Mm-hmm. So, especially for That's What She Said comments, it's perfect. So, Dee, you're gonna join us on Discord, even just for a minute? Just for a minute? She can't pop in chat. She was lurking in chat, and she had to say FL Reb Muffin. Oh, FL Reb Muffin. FL Barney Rebel. That's a good one. FL Barney Rebel. Oh no, FL Rebel, no, you're not the only one. There's didn't you see Shane Young made a comment earlier? You need to go back up in the chat.
I got a little bit of scotch to sip on while we're talking.
I see. So that's what you're drinking tonight, then?
Yeah, just having a nice drink.
So what is it, 2 fingers?
No, it's a bit more.
Oh, Val, you go by like the 4-finger rule. And,
it's 2 double shots.
And you guys just keep opening the door. Do you want me to kick it in, or you guys just gonna keep quiet?
You keep quiet, Jim. Keep quiet.
I'm just saying.
Uh-oh, Val, you got a question in chat. Extinction wants to know if you're married. It's up to you for what you want to say. Are you? No. So there you go, Extinction. Question answered. What happened to Disney's Elan? What Disney's Elan, Seth Roth? What hour is it? Probably not the first hour.
Hey, it's 11:30 where I'm at.
Actually, I only started 50 minutes ago. We're still in the first hour, everybody. We need to we need to calm it down. All right. Oh, see, D says Val is married to me. Oh, see that?
Oh, yes, that's right.
The queens are chilling.
D is mine.
Oh, brain. See, I knew it. No, but see, that's like a liquor drink comment. I don't know why I was holding that comment, Jupiter. That's weird. Get my daughter. I still have some leftover ones from last year, but yeah, we'll probably go out to one of those stands along the road, and it sounds so backwater when I say that. Yes, here in the United States, we do have people in Pennsylvania. We have fireworks stands that are basically in shopping centers. So they set them up in these big tents. It just sounded so bad the way I said it before. He's like, yeah, we're going to go pick some fireworks up from the stand. It's like in a podunk town or something like that, with a guy with no fingers. But yeah, no, there's definitely places to pick up like bulk fireworks and stuff like that. And we'll probably get some. Hopefully not too late. Because I don't want the stupid snakes to be the only thing that you can get, and poppers. FL Rebel says Val is my future ex-wife. The D will be the mistress that ruins our home. Wow.
That means my mistress, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Dougie Fresh says, where in the world is the world according to Derm? What's he think of this one-horn tar? Well, Dougie Fresh, D made the comment and said that he was passed out, but maybe she can enlighten us with what he thinks in the chat. Or jump on Discord, D. Or jump on Discord.
I asked her that. I was like, join us.
Yeah, see? Val wants you to come to the party.
I do. I'm all happy when D comes on.
See? And I'm playing with Aria too, female Titan. Come on, D. Come on. And I'm using maidens.
We're talking about 2 and 3 fingers.
But Jim, you have to do the D voice now that she's in chat because she can hear you.
It hurts. I can't.
Yeah, it hurts.
It sounds nothing like her. She's got such a beautiful voice.
Yeah. But guys, I streamed for the last 3 weeks. Like,
don't forget, I streamed twice when you was on vacation.
Yeah, that's right.
Jim's like straining to get that out.
Yeah, that just hurts.
I know. But I loved it when D and Drum were on one of my last streams, and we were talking about exactly if there should be a competition to see who can do the best D impression. And when you were doing it, Jim, and Drum was like, that's about right. That's about right. Oh, man, it was killing me. I
think I missed that one. I didn't get the notification that you were live.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, FL Rebel says he likes how you say Scotch, Val. Say Scotch.
Scotch.
Oh, see, Tag Her says, D, you have to get on Discord. Val is here.
D.
Necron Origin, how we doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining.
I didn't get to, I haven't talked to D in like a day.
I know, right?
I know.
It's killer. Ooh, milestone unlocked. Where am I getting to here? Woo! We're still 78th. Getting some ground. 518 souls. Rocking it.
What are you guys? What's your goal?
I don't know, maybe like 15,000.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll. Oh man, I've always said that I would love to just grind an event straight out, but I've always had to break down and use event relics on the last day.
Me too.
Always do. But
Yeah,
Val, you're an early finisher now, though.
Like
Val, you've turned into an early finisher like Jim and Doom.
I usually try to if it's a popular event, just because I can get it over with, and then anything like any raid extra is just extra souls, and it helps the team out. But this event, I was just like ready to go.
Nice.
So I finished first day, but
Here's a question for everybody in the chat. Where are you in the event? Let us know where you are in the event, because I'd like to see. Or if you're not doing it, that's fine too. Just, I'm sure you're going for at least event relics because you should, because you'd be crazy not to. Just like in the Greek relic event, if you weren't going hard, you could get 3 event relics for 1,500, which is not that hard to achieve in those 2 days, depending on if you had to work. But even if you did have to work, sneak into the bathroom and get it done.
I can't stand when they have those early week events like that, those soul events.
Yeah.
Man, that's brutal.
Well, I mean, but did you get it done, Doom?
It cost me a lot of money, but yes, I did.
Yeah, it cost you a lot of money? It cost me 40,000 gems, I think.
Well, I mean, again, my perspective is a little bit different, but, when you're, especially on a Monday, right, when you're trying to make a VP push and you're trying to get up there in ranks and you're fighting all these other teams, right, you gotta come and decide. Do you gotta do what you gotta do and, focus on getting souls and not worry about VP and stuff like that, or are you going to worry about, helping the team out and joining raids and shaving teams and stuff like that? But when it's something good, I admit that Greek event relic was awesome. Love those relics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We had a lot of people that was in the same boat. We're like, all right, this is a must-finish event. We're going to be at war with this team. We're not going to slow down and give up rank. So if we're not going to give up rank and we're going to finish it, then we got to basically be pulling relics and, using relics on garrisons and as we're shaving people and other things like that. So it's bad for war teams and warring in the beginning of the week, right? It just doubles the cost for those players that have that kind of playing style. If you're in an alliance where you're just like kind of chilling, or you're on a rest week and you're farming, then yeah, it's great. You got a reason to log in and a reason to play and build up resources and earn those souls. But you're going to be in aggressive battling. It's brutal.
Oh, no. Tag Her. Last week I almost finished the event with just grinding, but I fell asleep in the last 2K. How many people here have had situations where you've passed out before the end of the event? Anybody want to share a story?
So there was one. This was a long time ago. I think it was like the very first or it must have been the second time that Tolland was offered as a midweek event, because I remember Siegfried was a part of that as well. And I think it was ending on, a Wednesday morning U.S. time. So I was trying to get it done on a Tuesday night. And yeah, I did accidentally fall asleep and woke up about an hour before the timer ran out and had to pull several relics to get it finished.
Look who just joined us.
No. Did she?
It's Dee.
Yeah, it's Dee. Yeah.
Hey, Dee.
Valley, Val. I was trying to think of a cute pet name for my Valley. I called you Valilicious a couple times.
You did, yes.
And now I'm brainstorming, and I like Valley Boo Bear, Valley Cake.
Do you have these written down?
Yeah, Valley Doll. Oh yeah, I totally wrote them down. Valley Sugar Lip.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think my favorite nickname of all time is going to continue to be Lord Jesus.
Stop.
Lord Jesus.
That's not even a flattering pet name. Like, it's just not.
It has to be something cute.
No, but it's so fit. Lord Jesus has spoken.
Yes.
It's not hot though.
It's not hot.
It's very it's very commanding. I'll tell you.
We need a hot name for Dee.
Apparently, I sound immature, so I don't think I should have a commanding pet name.
Oh, because somebody said that the Val sounds like a more mature D.
Yeah.
Hey, but that could have been a compliment to you, not me. So.
Lord Jesus being a hot name, that just depends on who you ask. Maybe there's some people that like that kind of demanding. You never know.
Jim speaks up.
Oh my goodness.
I don't care what Dee says anymore because she wished Big Daddy a happy birthday in band chat.
And I did wish you a good one too.
He actually told me that. He's like, Dee wished me a happy birthday and called me Big Daddy.
I did. And I gave him a picture with two Hooters girls smashing beers together.
He told me. He's like, where's my Big Daddy? Or
Wait a minute. So the brain has value Val. I don't know. That sounds pretty demeaning. I don't know. It sounds pretty bad. Value Val? I mean...
I don't know if I like that one.
She's a good deal? Is that what you're trying to say?
How about Valley Muffin?
Valley Girl totally says Seth the Roth. Yeah.
I don't know about Value Val.
Yeah. The team calls me Valley. That's my...
I think Valley Boo Bear is very fitting.
That's
Valley
cute,
Boo
right?
Bear.
I asked her that one.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim's like, Dee gets more brownie points because she called me Big Daddy. And I was like,
I was feeling very generous that day because it was his birthday and he hadn't bothered me for a while.
Yeah, you made his
Wait a minute, I had to bother you. What? What is that?
I was like, are you having a good day? And he's like, yes. Dee sent me a message calling me Big Daddy.
In front of everybody on the YouTube chat, so you're welcome.
Yeah. He's like, did you see that? Did you catch that? I'm like, no, I didn't.
You didn't? Why? Did you screenshot it?
I screenshot it and saved it and downloaded it. Are you kidding me?
Did you print it out, Jim? Put it up on the fridge?
It's in my truck.
He carries it with him, Dee.
That's funny.
When Jim arrives at the location to drop off his whatever he's hauling, and he's giving his paperwork over, he hands that to him too. He's like, "See what she sent me?" pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
See, I'm nice. Sometimes.
I thought it was very sweet.
Hey, you get big brownie points, and I can't give you shit for a while. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sent him happy birthday messages everywhere, and he's like, D called me Big Daddy.
Well, FL Rebel says that he's broke and he needs me to teach him how to stream for donations. Well, donations don't always happen, FL Rebel. You can't bank on them. They don't always happen. They only happen sometimes. When you do 8 and 10 hour Conquest live streams, that's when they happen. Brain wants to know, if ninjas are so sneaky, why don't they rob banks? Everyone needs money. Very true, Brain. Very true. Alright, I gotta do something with this. Resources. Tag Her is extremely happy that you joined, D. So you made her you made her night, just so you know.
Tell her she needs to get her cute butt on here and say hello.
If you can do it, she can do it. I see.
Hell, I was sleeping and I had the stream on, but I fell asleep with it like in my hand, and I was getting alerts on my phone, and Salon's like, "They're talking about you. They're talking," and my phone, not my phone, on my watch, it started vibrating. And of course, I'm like, "What's going on?" And I
Exactly. What kind of watch is it?
It's a Fitbit.
Oh, okay.
But it's like an Apple Watch-ish, where you can get like notifications and you can see your text messages all on your watch.
And you have it set to vibrate.
I have it set to vibrate.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at? I'm just asking her innocent questions.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, right.
Well, the funny thing is, Drum thought he was he wanted to like do a second coat of paint on something, and I thought he was painting, and I like went into the bedroom, and he was like face planted flat across the bed, like on the bed diagonal, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "I'm just resting my eyes. I'm going to go paint." And I'm, you're not going to paint. It was like 10 o'clock at night. And he's like, "Yes, I am." So I'm like, "Well, move over." He's like, "I'm not moving." So I got into bed, and I was like, "I don't know how I'm going to get into bed because you're diagonal across." He's like, you're tiny. You'll fit. Like, what?
He saved you some space on either side, right?
Oh my god. Well, yeah, he was like diagonal across, so his head was like on his spot, but he was like diagonal across on my spot where my feet go.
And now
so,
for
like,
people that don't know Drum is a giant, okay? So imagine a normal size bed with a giant laying diagonally across.
It's not a king, it's a queen, and I'm telling you, we need a king really badly.
Oh, we need Black Gold in chat now, right? Yeah, she's probably asleep, though.
Ooh, I need a name for her.
Right?
Everyone gets a nickname.
Everyone gets a nickname.
Oh, I gotta put some thought into that.
Hi, Daniel. Thank you for joining. Someone donate 5 cents so FL Rebel so he can donate $1 to Salon. Yeah, it's alright, FL Rebel.
I don't know if I could take D, Black, Gold, and Val on here at the same time.
Well,
that would be great. We did for the ladies stream.
We did not too long ago on one of my streams when D wasn't around. I had Val and Black Gold and Tag and Suzanne. I had them all on Discord, and D was missing out hardcore.
Yeah, I was on vacay. Of course, I heard about that forever and ever.
Ever and ever. I was supposed to take a screen. I had a screenshot of everybody in Discord.
You did have a screenshot.
Of everybody in Discord, and I was told by everyone in that live stream to make sure that you knew that you missed out hardcore.
I know. I still regret it.
We'll do another ladies stream. We'll have a bunch of ladies.
Yes, we definitely have to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because after Dee saw the picture of Discord, she's like, "Did you plan this?" I'm like, "No."
I was upset.
I was like, "I didn't plan this."
I thought you did. I was like, "Are you sure you didn't plan this?" It seemed as if you planned it.
Insane.
Everyone joined when Dee's not here. I don't even know what happened. I think we all just happened to be on at the same time.
Mm-hmm. But they all decided to join Discord, so... Oh, man.
I still need a name for Black Gold.
Black Gold. And she gets on with her very, very light voice. It's so soft and light. It's sometimes hard to hear. But I want her to get on and say peanut butter because I missed out on that.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently she says peanut butter.
So
in
our brain was like, she could say whatever she wants. She could say the word peanut butter, and people are going to give you a like because it sounds hot. And so I was like, go ahead, Black Gold, say please peanut butter. And she did. And every time she said it, I would get a couple likes.
Wow.
That's cool.
Wow, say Scotch.
Zalon's milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. Oh, I see. Black.
That's his twerking video.
Yeah, right. Black Poo Goldie Lou.
Black Poo Goldie Lou?
That's what FO Rebel says. Yeah, the brain's calling you out, D, and saying your all-female stream is a myth and never happened.
It totally happened. I don't know where he was, but you can go back and watch it if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
I was there.
Val was there.
That was actually my first live stream.
I think it was.
Uh-huh.
We popped your YouTube cherry. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. No, I've said that before. Oh, Tag Her says she can't join in. It's all right.
Be quiet, Jim.
We'll get you next time.
Nothing out of you.
I was just thinking you might have tapped her, you might have broke her cherry, but I get to use her every week on my live stream.
Ah.
Oh my gosh.
She's my co-host.
Mm-hmm.
I was cracking up when FL said that Val was his ex-wife or something and I'm the mistress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ruins the home.
Yeah, except me and Val had an affair, and that's why
Right.
that house.
That's what I said. I like Dee's my mistress.
That makes it juicier, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does.
Makes
Look,
you not want
FL,
to.
it's 12:01 here. We're way past PG, bud.
Are we getting in trouble?
No, you're not getting. Are we getting in trouble? No, you're not getting in any trouble. You're fine. Ed's channel. So stop by, hit that like, and sup. Ed, Ed, you're leaving? Oh, Ed. I know there's no Dylan here. I know, because Ed always was a big fan of Dylan. I know Tario might be still in the chat somewhere. You can jump on here, Tario. You can.
Dylan Dimple Butt.
Yeah, but he's not coming back. Dylan isn't coming back.
Dylan Dimple Butt.
Dylan's not coming back. Oh man, I wish if I had a soundboard, I would have taken some of his old Zalon. He would just say my name like multiple times, and I would just not want to answer him right away because he was just really annoying.
That was funny though.
But I still, oh man, Sometimes it felt too easy with him though. So you never got a PM brain saying it was happening. So as far as I'm concerned, it never happened. Oh,
That's because he turns all his notifications off when he's at the strip club.
mm-hmm.
Wow, that's very specific that you know that about him.
Yeah.
All he says though, out of all my streams, that he's at the strip club.
Yeah. That's very true.
Or he talks about going to the bathroom after Taco Bell.
Exactly. It seems a very popular topics that the brain touches on.
Does he deny it?
No, probably. I doubt it. Let's wait for his rebuttal. I'm sure he won't deny it. Why Dylan disappear? I mean, it's all right though. Yeah, right, Tag. Right, Tag. He disappeared because he's a young person, and young people have a higher drop rate percentage when it comes down to being able to stick with games that are long term.
That's because they're millennials.
I don't think Val ever got the pleasure of talking to Toriel or Dylan, did you?
Well, Toriel.
No, I don't.
Yeah, well, probably
Toriel's not. I wouldn't put him in the same bucket.
No, he's not. No, he's not in the same boat as Dylan. But he does ask some questions.
Do your impression, Zalon.
What, of Toriel?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking Pisces Shock.
Pisces Shark, that's right. Pisces Shark.
Pisces Shark, guys. Hey, guys, it's me, Pisces Shark. He made me mad one time on a stream, and I straight up was like, don't make me do it, Pisces, but... Hey, guys, it's me, Pisces. You can't do that a lot either, because it messes you up. Makes you start spitting out of your mouth. And Pisces used to make videos too. Tario used to make videos too. Tario made some good videos. Oh gosh, listen to Grandma D. Oh, Ed's channel. Grandma D. Yeah, I gotta make like an Adam and Split. I got real girls to see because remember, there are no women on the internet. Oh, is that right?
It's not what your credit card statement says.
Yeah, brain. Nice one, Jim. Digital high five on that one. Get out of your battle space. Sorry, Jupiter. Open your grill. Jupiter, that means you what? Castle 23 too? So you're jumping the same lands as I am?
God, I should be in game grinding right now.
Oh, I thought you were.
No. I'm just reveling in the great company that is, Zalon and D and Val and Doom. I'm just drinking it all in.
Well, that's good. That's good. So wait, Jim, you're finished already, aren't you?
No, I went. Well, I'm finished.
Oh no,
where
you're.
I wanted to go. I just
15.
wanted to go to the poison.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta make some more.
Anything else I get now is just all bonus. I mean.
Yeah, true. And where? Actually, I should ask Val. Where are you guys positioned for the season?
What do you mean you asked Val? Why you got to ask Val that?
Well, because she's your queen.
I don't know what position we're in.
She's your queen, Jim. So I figured I'd ask the queen.
Yes, she is my queen, and I have no qualms saying that.
Okay.
I haven't even looked, to be honest. I'm just enjoying my scotch and talking to you guys.
Nice. So a nice relaxing Friday night. So you're not worrying like Dee does all the time?
No.
Just gotta call her out just a wee bit, just because we know that she's constantly concerned about everyone's position.
I'm a worry wart.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I worry about everything.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot, though, D. Like, seriously.
D has all sorts of charts on everybody, believe it or not. Like a doctor's office. Like, you believe it or not, every player on our teams, like, she's got charts with everybody's information. She knows what you've done, if you've been with non-toxic before, if you've put up during events, if you haven't, what size shoe you wear, all sorts of stuff.
What your time zone is, where you live.
What times you're at home, what times you're at work.
So you say she's a stalker?
She collects a lot of information. No. She collects a lot. Yeah, when you join NTG, there's a little disclaimer at the bottom that says your leadership have every right to be able to be total stalkers.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, that's how Dee gets new subscribers too. She's like, I have a YouTube channel.
Oh my god, I totally don't.
It's all right.
Jim accused me of that once.
It's okay. We know when it comes down to it,
accused you?
Most of the newer players all join up anyway on the YouTube channel because
you said when I recruit people, do I tell them that I'll only let them into NTG if they subscribe to my YouTube channel?
I can't believe I'd say something like that. Come on, Val.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
yeah.
My queen, come on!
Yeah. See, it's nice because Val will go, I'm going to side with D, and Jim's left out in the cold.
D's my mistress. I have to side with her.
Yeah. I'm the mistress.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that when you want me to do 30 million VP.
Oh, yeah.
See what good she does you dead.
That's right. Oh, Ice, exactly. Hazelon. Yes, Dylan. Insert awkward DOT event comment here. Very true, Ice. I'm a 24. Where are you? I've been working this. Oh, okay. So, Zalon, you were in Jaeger stream. Where do you stand on the great Conquest debate? I don't mind Conquest. I think Conquest is a great event. It's because he needs something fresh. He really needs something fresh and something new to really spice up his game right now because he's not interested in what's available right now. So
what's the Conquest debate?
Conquest debate was Jaeger mentioned that Conquest really wasn't that much of a change. It really was just another soul event in his eyes. But to me, I think Conquest is more than that. It's more about the triple battle drops than anything. It's
all about the triple battle drops.
So with that in mind, you don't have to. You can not do the event and still benefit from the event. So I think that in itself is a great addition to the game. But I know others are still saying, "Can we get something else?" So with that said, I know Jaeger hasn't been. He's even said it himself. He hasn't been following a lot of the dev streams recently. But Matt has a new project he's been working on that is supposedly I don't know if it's a game mode or event, but there's something new in the works that's hopefully going to be released soon.
Yeah, no, Conquest is all about those triple battle drops. Whether you want to do Conquest or not, the actual event, that's up to you, but it's a bunch of free stuff, and you're getting warp stones from triple battle drops anyway. So why not go in there and do it and get the stuff that's offered? Mm-hmm. You don't have to spend a dime on Conquest.
Actually, I get paid on a lot of times.
Well, that's because you're a dev, so...
Why don't you explain that?
What I mean by that is, what's it called? Hold on a second. I'm dealing with something. Hold on. What's it called? What I mean by that is a lot of times we get more gems in the rewards for Conquest. And I also get gems on my dailies that I get more. I end the event with more gems than I started with. So to me, I consider that like more or less getting paid to play.
Just to clear up the rumor he just started.
Sorry, I was in middle of what I was trying to say when because somebody was just in the chat blowing crap up. So anyway,
I just made s'mores.
Nice.
They're yummy.
But yeah, I've done it a few times where I start Conquest, I make it to like 7, maybe 8, and I did it all on just straight grinding the event and just spending gems on portal stones and the gem rewards in the milestones along with the dailies and the like what is it, like the 4K or whatever that a lot of times you get at the end of the event for rank rewards. It's like I basically made out, you know? So that's the only event anymore that I've ever actually have that happen. Anything else you
and like you said, you get gems at the end. If you wanna, you know, you're doing a triple battle drops. You're getting the warp stones anyway. If you're grinding and getting those triple battle drops, why not complete Conquest and get a couple 4-star Titans? Mm-hmm. Whether you use them for food or whatever you do with them, you get Titans and you get relics. I don't understand what you can get to.
You can get to 7 or 8 without spending any money and just using the gems that you should. I mean, you have to have a few. You have to have a good like 5,000 plus gems to definitely play the event with. But you know, as you're going along, you will get more gems and you will get more portal stones, and you will be able to use all of that stuff to just help you out in the event. So I don't know. Doesn't really cost so much.
Val? Do you like Conquest?
I do. Last Conquest, I leveled up so many relics just from all the battle drops.
Yeah, exactly. And Dee, what's your outlook on Conquest?
I agree. I think it's all about the triple battle drops. It's also a really great way to level up your Titans.
Yeah.
You know, aside from the Conquest, I don't really like the Conquest, to be honest with you. I'll do it if it's something I want, but for the most part, it's triple battle drop, it's XP, and it's fun.
Yes, I agree.
What's up, Michael Marlowe?
All those relics that you have to fuse, and then you know you can max out a Titan, you can max out the relics on the Titan. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities.
Right. I agree.
Well, I agree with both of you 100%. Like I said, I don't know where the debate is. It's all about the triple battle drops. The Conquest is secondary.
Yeah.
But it's free. Why not do it? You start off with 50 warp stones anyway. Just do it. Mm-hmm. You're grinding anyway.
Right.
Yeah, Jupiter agrees as well. He says he loves the Conquest. I take at least 5 4-star, 1 to 10 minimum, and that's the place to work on a 5-star if you need. Yeah, most definitely. 5-star relics can easily be leveled up during a Conquest event, especially while you're grinding. Make sure you're grinding food lands specifically, and just like I'm going to do now, because I have just max food, and there's absolutely no reason for me to be like, all right, I'm just going to keep raiding with max food, because that's just stupid. I will go and take my Night Whisper right here, and just, you know, oh, it costs so much food for these 1-stars to be fused into it, but it really doesn't matter. You're raiding like a crazy person, so, you know, you might as well get it fused up.
They kind of made it. They kind of made it sound like it's going to be a special kind of Conquest with like good Titans or something in it.
Well, it's possible, but it also might be the first Alliance Conquest. I wanted to put that.
I was just going to say
that idea out there too, because that's something that they've been talking about for a while now. And if it is, that means the queens have to make good decisions.
Yeah. I still want to know Jim's story. I keep forgetting to ask him.
What story?
You're not going to tell us on the live stream, but you told me to remind you about, it was like a pooping story.
Oh, that's a good story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, Zalon. You all want to hear it?
It was a pooping story on a date.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Is it really bad, Jim?
Well, it's not sexual or anything. It's just.
All right, go ahead, Jim.
That's the first thing he says.
Go ahead.
I don't think it could be any worse than Brain saying he goes to Taco Bell and then goes to people's houses and poops in their bathroom.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, Jim.
I took this girl out on a date, and she likes spicy food. I'm not a big fan of spicy food. I don't like it. But I'm trying to impress her. I want to take her to, we went to this nice Indian place that she loves. So I ordered the most mildest thing on the menu, and my God, I was like, wow.
Indian food is not mild.
Yeah, well, I found that out. So we get done eating and everything, and we're going back to her house, and, my tummy starts to rumble and grumble.
Gurgle.
Yeah, it was bubbling. I had the bubble guts going on. And it was getting kind of bad. We walked in her house, and I asked her, I said, can I use your restroom? And she pointed up the stairs, and, I'm kind of doing that clench the butt cheeks walk up the stairs.
How many dates was this?
This is the first date.
No.
This is the first date. So
And
she
you're going
goes
back to her house on the first date?
Yeah, you make it sound like it's bad or something.
It is. All right, carry on.
Okay, that's not really. You two, when you two get on the stream together, you just totally get all over my shit. We're gonna have to stop this right now. Anyway, she's walking into the kitchen, and I'm kind of doing the clench the butt cheeks walk up the stairs. And I knew it wasn't going to be good, so I get upstairs, and it was the first door on the right. I open the door, and I close it, and I'm still doing the clench the butt cheeks, and I go to pull down my pants, and it just
everywhere,
all over the toilet, the back of the commode.
Oh, Jim!
I mean, it just was a mess.
Jesus.
And I clean myself up as best as I can because there's shit everywhere.
Jesus, Jim, really?
Sweating? You were probably sweating, like you had the sweats and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It was so bad.
So I'll clean myself up the best I can, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm just standing in front of the commode looking. I'm like, my God, what the fuck am I?
How long were you in there?
I was only in there for about 10 minutes because
that's a long time.
Well, this is going to sound really bad. There is a window in there, so I kind of went out the window and hung out. Yeah, I left.
Went out the window?
Yeah, I left.
Did you unlock the door to the bathroom at least?
No, I didn't do nothing. I just left.
Oh my God!
So her bathroom door was locked and it smelled like poop, and you went out the window. I
went out the window. I went out the window. I hung down by my arms, and I'm 6'2" anyway. So, and then I just dropped straight down to the ground. Did a drop and roll.
Screen. There was no screen.
There was what?
There was no screen on the window.
Oh hell, I don't remember whether there was a screen or not. If there was, I probably removed it. I'm just saying I went out the window.
Jim.
So, did you ever talk to her again? Is my question.
No, I didn't answer phone calls, never talked to her, never saw her, never. I'm quite sure she told all her girlfriends about me.
I'm sure.
Jim.
Nice.
What? I can't help
Timothy.
That's crazy. No Indian food for Jim.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, when you're not used to it, like I had a bad experience with it, nothing like that, but I had a bad experience with Indian food. If you're not used to it and you can't handle spice, it's just so much all at once. And like you get the hot sweats, and it's really uncomfortable. I will never eat Indian food again. Drum is trying to get me to eat Indian food. We've been together 10 years. I will not touch it.
Drum tries to get you to do things you don't want to do all the time, D.
Oh, yeah. And then he makes fun of me. Oh, you're such a baby. It's going to be so cool. You're going to be able to brag and tell everybody you did all this cool stuff. Don't be such a baby. You're a coward. Like, all this. He's mean. And then I'm like, fine, I'll do it. He's not nice.
But you always say that, and then you guys have your banter on stream, and you're like, we're not even arguing. This is just the way we talk to each other.
Oh yeah. People think we fight. Like, I get messages like, oh, you guys are hysterical. I love listening to you guys fight. And I'm like, what? That's not a fight. It's just our banter. It's actually fun. I think we both enjoy, well, not all of the time, but...
It's D. My name is D.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
He does that to me all the time.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to tell people who I am?
Yeah.
I'm also very paranoid, so...
Yeah. You're like, stop it. My name is D.
So, on a side note, do we have a couple minutes? Because I need Val's opinion.
Yeah, sure, we got a couple minutes.
I would also like a male opinion.
All right.
Okay.
What's the deal?
So, I'm at work, right? I have this new boss, and he's been there about 3 weeks. And he's been bringing me into meetings and stuff, right? To meet these new people. So, he's in charge of business development, right? So, he's been bringing me into the meetings and stuff. And my office is like a satellite office, right? In New York, it's not our main office. So there's like 7 or 8 people there total, and it's not always full, at all times. So we dress a little bit more casual, and I just leave like a blazer there and put it on, just like a guy would come in with dress pants and a dress shirt and leave a tie and like a suit jacket or something at the office and put it on when he needs to, right? So that's what I do. Well, I also have like a box of shoes under my desk. And I switch between flats and heels because sometimes the heels that match my outfit aren't the most comfortable heels to wear for like 8 hours a day. So I'll wear flats for a little while, and then I'll put the heels on, and then I'll wear flats and then put the heels on. Okay, so I'm done now, but he asked me to put on, he definitely wanted me to put my heels on for a meeting, but he said, can you put your dress shoes on? And I was wearing dress shoes. They were dressy flats. So is that sexual harassment?
I don't know if you consider it sexual harassment, but he wanted you to put those heels on because women look 1,000 times better than sexy heels to guys.
Right,
so
right.
Obviously, he wanted you to put those on.
And if they have something to do with your job,
like the way you looked at them, but he wanted to impress the people.
Yeah,
that you were
and see, and you've said before, D. Wait, real quick. You've said before, D, that you have to go around and impress people for your job, and you've done it before. So that sounds exactly what he was saying. It does not sound like sexual harassment.
You're not making my job sound like a professional job.
Well, you said it before in the streams. You're like, oh, I get all dressed up in a dress and heels and parade around in front of all these...
I don't parade, but I go to like conferences, and I usually have to hang out by a booth, right? I usually have to man the booth. And I have a...
Well, and then you dressed up in the booth, because didn't you have to dress up in like lederhosen and stuff before?
They wanted me to... I didn't have to do it. But we had, so I plan our annual investor conference every year in Phoenix, or actually, anyway, it's in Arizona, and we did a themed evening once, and it was last year. It was what the heck is it called? Oktoberfest. And they asked me if I would be comfortable wearing, whatever the hell, it's like what's it called? A dirndl or something? Dress. Yeah. Like one of those German dresses. And I said if it was a tasteful dress that was like under my knee and didn't show a lot of cleave, I would wear it. But I ended up not having to wear it.
I remember you were looking at costumes, right?
So they were gonna rent like a nice one, like a very nice, tasteful one, like nice material. But I was just getting scared because I get nervous about things, and I was like, Googling,
no. You don't get nervous about things, do you?
No.
No. Right, DOT community.
Dirndl dresses.
D doesn't get nervous.
I was finding like slutty Halloween costume ones with like thigh highs, and I started to like get the sweats because I was freaking out. Like, oh my God, I'm not doing this.
Right.
But that's not what they wanted me to. And then I ended up not having to do it. But that has nothing to do with this. So what I was saying is I have to man the booth, and I call it like a booth bunny, right? Because let's face it, if you're at a conference somewhere and you're walking around booth, they're all kind of the same. You're going to go to the booths that have the better handouts, right? Or maybe the better looking people, or maybe the ones that have women, or my booth always has chocolate, but like good chocolate. So people will come by just for the chocolate.
Right.
I always have Ghirardelli's. But anyway.
Because who doesn't like a good chocolate, right?
And that's why you have them at home. See, DOT community, D sneaks the Giraldi or Ghirardelli or whatever you want to call them chocolates late at night when Drum's asleep. She's mentioned this also before on the streams. So now we know where you get it from.
What does Val think about that? You
I don't
know
know.
what I think. What does
Do you
Val
think
think?
it's sexual harassment? So let me just tell you. So after he asked me to put on the dressy shoes, I realized that the meeting that he had brought in, it was a marketing meeting, right? But one of the guys made the introduction, so he knew one of them, but he didn't know the others. And the guy that he knew was like very friendly with me after the meeting and invited me to go to drinks with them, and he was hitting on me a little bit. So I think it's because maybe I don't know, maybe he wanted me to impress his friend. I honestly don't know, but I think it's sexual harassment, right?
No, I think you're looking into it too deep.
I mean,
I felt a little bit like
you have to. Well, listen, you have to wait, and if he says something like that again on days when you don't have to do other things, well, then yeah, of course it is. But
he asked me to go for drinks. He was like, before the people came in, before he asked me to put the shoes on, he was like, you're welcome to come for drinks if you'd like after, and you know.
Well, wait a minute. Him saying you're welcome to come to drinks after, kind of like he's inviting you to go with a group of people on a business kind of excursion.
That's exactly what it was.
Okay, but the way you made it sound is he invited me for drinks, like he personally was hitting on me and asked me out.
The guy, so my boss invited me for drinks with this group, right? But then after the meeting, everyone kind of left. And so he walked the rest of the people out, and the one guy who was his friend remained. And him and I were talking in the conference room together, and this guy didn't know that my boss invited me for drinks, so he invited me to go out for drinks with them. Now, originally, yeah, I thought it was everybody going out for drinks. I didn't realize it was just the two guys, and that's what he was inviting me to, but they both invited me for drinks, not knowing the other one did.
Wow.
Right?
Are you getting paid extra for this?
I declined. I didn't go out for drinks.
No, I mean for the whole. It's part of your job, right? I mean, obviously you're getting paid for it, correct?
Well, I get paid to work. I don't get paid to wear high heels.
Oh well.
I think it would depend on, like, if you were to say, like, my flats are more comfortable, you know, and they looked good with your outfit, and he got up, you know, said, no, I think you really need to put on your high heels or whatever. Then, like, if he pushed it, then I would say, yeah, that was far. But I do think that heels look really good, like, especially if you're wearing a skirt or something like that, because it does, like, especially for us, because we're super short, right? Yeah. It kind of makes our legs look longer.
It so does.
It gives you that, you know, that grown-up silhouette. Right. So I can understand, like, him wanting you to look, you know, more like that, just because you're probably, like, the image of, like, the company or what. Like, if it's marketing, then, you know, you're part of that. Like, you know. So I don't think that would be sexual harassment, but I think if you, like, declined and he kept pushing it, you know, making it like you had to do it, then I would say definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So there's some people making some comments here in the chat. Read them, D. Ice has got a good one there. So does King Josh.
All right, hold on. I'm not in. I got to get back in.
Mr. Scuba out of nowhere, like always. Thank you. There you go. Laying it down. You got to read them, D.
All right, where am I going? At the bottom here?
Yeah, the last like 4 or 5 comments.
Ice. D, in California, it's sexual harassment. If you are meeting your dress attire requirements, your boss cannot request that you change. Interesting. FL Rebel says, legally, by definition, it is sexual discrimination. King Josh says, your boss knew his friend was going to ask. I don't know. I don't know if he knew his friend was going to ask, and I don't know. I don't think they knew.
You know what? The biggest question is, did that make you feel uncomfortable?
That's a good question, Jim.
Yes, Jim.
I think
that's the biggest question. If it made you feel uncomfortable in any way, Dee, you need to address it, or it probably was sexual harassment. It's your comfort level. I mean, like Val said, if you would have said, no, I really feel, more comfortable in the flats and the proper attire, that's fine. But it's all about you and how it made you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's a great point, Jim.
That is a good point, Jim.
Yeah. Jim gets more brownie points.
Yeah.
That's one less Jimmy Pie or Jimmy.
That's 5 less Jimmy Poos on me.
Yeah.
Corey says, what conversation did I walk into? Well, Dee had a question for everybody, Corey. That's what it was. Dee had something that she's been thinking about for a while, and she wanted to know what everybody else thought, because this is something that's concerning her with her work. So.
Sorry, I know you guys all want to talk about DOT, so.
But we're well into the second hour.
We talk about everything, Dee. Come on.
I got us a little off topic, but we had Val here, and I just wanted a bunch of people's opinions. It did not make me feel uncomfortable. I just thought it was weird.
Right.
I'm definitely going to say he wanted you to wear the heel.
Right.
Because you look better in heels.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a woman yet that's not wearing heels, that their legs didn't look fantastic, or the butt was lifted up, or that's why he wanted you to wear. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. You know me, I speak the truth, and I usually.
Well, you guys all know that even high heels comes from. There's like the old what is it? I forget if it's Chinese or Japanese, but they used to do the foot binding, which was like where they would take women's feet and like kind of make them more or less turn them into high heels. Actually the foot itself would be like crunched up, and like I don't know.
I thought they would just wrap the feet so they didn't get big, because it was like bad karma or something to have big feet, right?
Well, my understanding, maybe it was a wrapping, but it was done in a way that it actually made the back of the heel like raised up a bunch to the point where
really?
It made the women walk as if they had high heels on. And it was pleasing for the men, so that's why women did it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It was an old I would just say Asian
Corey
since I don't know.
Felipe said that I need to send Jim some tiramisu for being a stand-up guy.
There you go. That's right, Corey.
And then FL Rebel said chicks don't wear heels because they're comfy. Some are, but I wear them because they make me feel confident.
Right.
Like if I'm going for a job interview or going somewhere where I need a little confidence, I will put a pair of heels on just because they make me feel better about myself. We've had this conversation. They also make my legs look longer.
This is true.
I think being shorter than most people kind of isn't.
Well, so the problem with being short is, and I could look on the young side, I think. Also, when I'm at work, I wear light makeup, but like when on the weekends and stuff, I don't wear makeup. I don't really like it. And so we'll go anywhere, like the liquor store or whatever. We'll grocery shopping. And if I have on like flip-flops and like a zippy or a hoodie or something, and like I'm comfy, like people will think that I'm Drum's daughter.
Really?
From far away, like not from close, but like from far away.
Wow.
Or we'll be online at the grocery store buying like beer or like sparkling seltzer, and I'll get carded. And he's like, "What? She's older than me. Like, I don't understand." And I think it's because I look young and I'm not wearing makeup and I'm just maybe not dressed like a grown-up. I don't know.
Not dressed like a grown-up.
I think the height too, because when you're short, people just assume that you're younger because you're short.
And it's because it's because you call zip-up hooded sweatshirts zippies. That's probably why.
Well, everyone, like, my kids are taller than I am, even my 11-year-old. So when we go out somewhere, everyone just kind of like, who's the mom? Which is cool. So, I think being short people just assume that you're...
Just assume, right.
Yeah.
Let's all take a minute and read Corey Philippi's, because tiramisu, yum. D, yum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when are you going to be in New York? Just come visit.
I'm never in New York, because I'm not certified in New York, because their laws are so freaking crazy up there.
Vacation, Jim.
Yeah.
I don't know if I go to New York on vacation.
Corey says you're not short, D. You're just vertically challenged. And FL Rebel says you're fun size.
Yeah,
Fun
fun size.
Yeah. I agree, FL.
So did we answer your question, D? Or
You
are
did.
You okay?
I don't think it was sexual harassment. I just, I don't know. I just think he wanted me to put, I don't know what, maybe, I don't know. I still don't really quite understand it. But he's been really respectful. So that's why I was a little taken back. And then I was starting to get like insecure and I'm like, oh, do I not look dressed up enough? Like, I don't know. Like, do I look too young? Is he embarrassed like that I'm in there, that I don't look like I'm a grown up and I should be in the meeting? I don't know.
Not a grown up. You're a grown up.
Well, who is it? We have a couple of players that keep saying I sound like a child.
I get told my voice sounds like a 5-year-old.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody in the chat, all the people that are lurking right now, because I know Corey and FL Rebel are taking over the chat, but everyone who's lurking right now, do you think that D or Val sound like they are young children? Or do
I
you...
get told, is your mom there?
Is your mom
Sound
there?
like young children, but I think D and Val both have very sexy voices.
Ooh.
I don't think they sound like young children.
We love you too, Big Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why
That's
right
what
now.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, Jim's like, yeah, I got 2 ladies with me. Yeah.
Oh, Michael Marlowe said 13-year-old girls. Thank you, Michael.
Yo, D, definitely read Kimosabi's comment. That is good.
New York isn't a vacation. It is just stress. New York City, I'm speaking of. No, they don't sound like kids, LOL.
Okay.
So anybody that says we sound like kids is just, I think they're just saying it to make fun of us because they don't have anything else bad to say. Right?
I would think so. I mean, I personally, I don't even have my voice on my phone, like my voicemail, because I don't like to hear myself talk. But I don't think I sound like a 5-year-old or anything, right?
No. Definitely not.
That one guy says they sound like mid to late 20s. Woo! Not a bad...
Ooh,
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I will take it.
Yeah. Michael Marlowe says Jim's a player. Yeah, you are a player, Jim.
Oh, God. I said that my laugh sounds like a nervous junior higher YouTube streaming. Thank you.
Not a player, Jim just speaks the truth.
Oh, man.
A junior higher, huh?
Is Jim the new Papi
junior
Chulo? Yeah, Jim is the new Papi Chulo.
He was actually talking about, what were you saying, Jim, about Spanish girls?
What were you saying, Jim?
He was.
Oh, about Spanish girl? I love it when they call me Papi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sexy as hell right there. I don't care what you...
He didn't have the Papi Chulo, though, right?
No, not the Papi Chulo, the Big Papi.
Big
Yeah.
Papi.
Big Papi. He has this thing with Big Daddy.
I'll never understand that.
Yeah, I don't quite understand it either.
But, you know, it makes him happy, so.
Ice says when my wife heard the stream, she would ask, why are you watching a kids channel? Oh, man.
Why are you watching what?
A kids channel.
What? I don't think we sound like children. Do you think we sound like children?
Where's your mom? Are you supposed to be on Discord right now? Do you have permission?
Oh my gosh.
But one of my all-time favorite things is when parents like you know that the people are their parents, but like say you were going down the aisle in the grocery store and the kids are misbehaving and the parents look down on them and are like, "Where are your parents?" It's like you're not my child. I always get a kick out of that.
That's so funny. It's Jim the new Bichulo. I'm gonna start calling you that.
Yeah, I love it when Spanish chick yell at me angrily. Yeah, right, FL Rebel. Is that what they do? They yell at you angrily. 20-somethings. Yeah, you're getting all sorts of love here, D and Val.
We'll take 20-somethings. I do not want like junior high. I don't want like adolescent. I don't want like little child, 10-year-old. All of that's not good.
Yeah.
First off, do children like speak that way though? Like, I don't think that they speak confidently and they don't articulate their words, right? So even if the voice sounds young, you can tell that it's an aged person, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Come on.
Basically,
Come on, guys.
Go ahead, Doom. Go ahead.
What was that, Jimmy Pie?
I just said you just sound like you should be carded whenever you're buying alcohol.
I still get carded sometimes. Like, I would say 70% of the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And
I'm
Val.
just saying that's how old you sound like you should be carded.
Do you get carded, Val?
I do, yes.
Yeah, because it's got to be because of the height. Because I'm telling you, I do not look 21. Come on.
Right. I don't wear makeup all the time either.
Right, and I think that makes us look younger.
Right. Arizona's hot, so
Right.
you want to wear less makeup.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Extinction says D War will have a hard time getting in top 100. So yeah, what's going on with War? Question, because I noticed they weren't in top 50. So can you elaborate?
They're going for top 100.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they were gonna make it. They were like 111 or 120 or something.
if they're just over the top.
There's over 2 days in the event left.
Yeah, Extinction. I wouldn't worry too much. War is filled with procrastination players. Not saying all of them.
Be fine.
I don't say all of them, but there's definitely a handful, maybe between a half dozen and a dozen players in War will either complete or get to where they want to late on Sunday, and you'll be fine.
If they're not under 100 by tomorrow afternoon, I would be shocked. Because, so they were down, I think, like maybe nine people. And we filled, I think they have one or two spots left. So we go ahead.
Wait,
What'd you say, Valley Pie?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
So we've added players to the team between yesterday and today. So I think maybe that affected the push. But although War is not an event team like Hammer, War does not get into top 50 in the first hour of the event.
This is true.
They're more of a steady, grinded out.
Yeah.
They'll be there. You know, it might take them a minute, but you still got more than 2 days in the event to go. So
right.
It's a little too early to.
It was either 111 or 121 a couple hours ago, so I'm really not worried.
No, I wouldn't be right now.
Kimosabi says I got carded until my hair turned gray. It went from red to gray in 9 months. Wow.
Whoa.
That's genetics.
Yeah, because my hair went gray at 18, so.
Did it?
18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, some people go gray really young.
No, I mean, not my whole head of hair, but I mean, I started getting grays at 18.
Them.
Yeah. Shane Young says, I got carded recently and I just laughed at the cashier and they said, never mind.
Tried that.
That happens, though. That, I mean, you know, definitely does. But the one thing in PA is no matter what, they will actually they'll card anyone, including the old grandmas, when you're buying alcohol at all the grocery stores now here in PA, because they just got that in.
Yes,
in Ohio, they'll card you for cough medicine. If it has codeine or something in it, or, you know, over-the-counter, you know, pseudometaphone and stuff, they'll card you for that stuff in Ohio. You got to be 18 to buy that stuff. Because Ohio has a lot of meth dealers and shit.
Kimosami says, honestly, I don't think this event is worth the time or effort. Correct me if I'm wrong. We did discuss this earlier on the stream, but definitely a good time to bring it back up and everything else. This event is really what you want to get out of it, which obviously some people have their eyes set on getting another roll at Aurea. Some, like myself, have thought about maybe going for the Poison Dart. Others can go for just straight, you know, event relics. So it just depends on really what you want to get out of it. You know, so if you just want to get a few event relics and save for the next event, it won't be for Conquest, which is obviously next week. So that comes out of a different pool of tokens, which I have a whole bunch of them saved up at this point. The last few Conquests, I haven't used any of my tokens because I didn't go all the way. I would only go to 7 or 8. So I've been saving them.
I do the same.
Yeah, I've been saving them up.
Right.
So we'll see what this next Conquest is, and it's going to be over the July 4th weekend. So here in the U.S., there'll be a lot of people that will have off for that weekend. Just because it's on a Thursday, creating a 4-day weekend situation for, I'm not going to say everybody, because there's always the people that work those wonderful jobs that you have to have people working all the time. But
yeah, I have off Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, see? Well, how about everybody else here? Because everyone else here on Discord is from the U.S. Is everybody else off as well?
I'll be
I own my own business, so I can take off.
Nice. And how about you, Doom? Are you off on Thursday and Friday?
Thursday, yes, but I'll be back at work today.
Oh, okay. Extinction says, I just fought a Scarison with the new Titan with Minotaur, and the new Titan can't defend. Well, there you go. Just Thursday for you, Dr. Zeus? Well, at least you get the day. Because there's, like I said, there's every time I go into a Wawa during a holiday, I'm like, this is a regular day for these people, because all the people traveling, they need these places open. Super busy. July 4th only. All right, Shane. Nice.
You got a lot of Wawas where you live at?
Well, yeah, Wawa is originally from, I forget the small town, but it's not too far away. The corporate headquarters is for Wawa. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I run into them all the time going down to Virginia and stuff.
Yeah, they're
Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina.
They're all, they're down the East Coast, because I know they're down in Florida as well, but in Jersey, they don't really go up in New York, and in northern Pennsylvania, that's Sheets territory. And Turkey Hill. Turkey Hill and Sheets kind of control northern Pennsylvania. So they don't get up there. And Wawa doesn't really have a lot of territory near the cities, because 7-Eleven has most of that locked down. So, but yeah, there's a decent amount of Wawas around here, just because all these farm areas are being bought up and developed. So they're just, popping new Wawas up all the time, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those people said. Yeah. Shane says here, you still get time and a half at WoW. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they do. They definitely get time and a half for working those holidays. Jennifer's asking where I'm going in the event. Kind of on the fence of going for maybe 15K, or maybe not. That it just depends on how much time I have. That's what I'm. But it seems like I've got a decent pace, and we'll see if I pull some event relics at the end to maybe get up there. We'll see what happens. So maybe Poison Dart, just because the two events that had it at the very end of the event chain. I never completed all the way, and that was for Artemis both times, I think. Oh, Corey just bought my Guns N' Roses concert tickets for this October. Very cool, Corey. That sounds like a great time. I enjoy concerts. Because the blues festival that I'm going to be going to soon enough, I mean, it is an outdoor concert venue at the same time, so for me it's more about seeing all my old friends from my hometown, but also the fact that it's in the woods camping, which is unheard of at festivals, because most festivals anywhere are in big, large open fields. So if the sun's out, the guns are out. But if the sun's out, it's going to be super hot. So when it comes down to like being in an open field like that with tents, it's brutal. So in the woods camping, plus you're allowed to have open fires in your campsites, which again is unheard of because of insurance issues at most festivals. So it's two of the main reasons, besides all my friends being there, is the reason why I like it so much. If you like GNR, check out Steve and Seagulls. It's awesome. All right, thank you, Dr. Zeus. I will. Yeah, blues festivals. Yeah, I don't mind the music at all, but for the most part, it's not like my main music that I listen to on a regular basis. But I don't mind it, you know. Plus the late night portion, they play music from 12 noon until 12 midnight, which isn't bad. So it gets pretty crazy later at night, especially. Favorite concert I've been to? Probably let's see, gosh, off the top of my head, it was the up at used to be called the Scranton Cultural Center, but it's something different now. But I mean the stadium up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. But it would have been for a Breaking Benjamin concert, because I was a huge fan back in the day. Oh, Prometheo joined us here on Discord. It's a late night for you.
Hey, Salon.
It's a late night for you, Prometheo.
Yes. Got the whole gang here.
Yeah. Yeah, we even convinced Dee to jump on.
I know, they woke me up out of a dead sleep.
Uh-huh.
Come on, all you had to hear was Val was on here, and you knew you was going to jump on.
That's because she's my mistress.
Yes. Dee's mine.
Don't tease me.
You're funny, Rebel.
My best concert, I saw Bon Jovi and Cinderella back in the day at the height of their awesomeness. So that was probably one of my best concerts.
Bon Jovi and who?
Cinderella.
You'll have to pardon me for only recognizing Bon Jovi.
Yeah, right? I'm sorry, yeah, me too. I don't recognize the Cinderella.
Oh, God.
I was going to ask.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Did everyone hear the Jim sigh? It's a lot lower than a bow sai. If everybody knows what bow sais are, because my co-host there, Bo, he puts in those long sais, and he doesn't realize he even does it. But Jim, that sai right there.
Jim's was a semi-ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Kimasabi says thanks. Kimasabi says thank you for all the info, Prometheo. So big fan. Definitely, I hope everybody here is subscribed to Prometheo. He comes up with some very, very good, math-driven, chart-oriented, great videos. So.
Thank you, Zalon. Thank you. I've been quiet for a while here, but I've been kind of trying to think of,
I got one for you, Prometheo.
Pay attention to in the game.
I know what you should do. You should compare this Okantar to Minotaur, because everyone who has Minotaur is happy, and a lot of people are confused whether if they really should because there's a bunch of people that are subscribed to Game Rescue, and he brought up a lot of good points about how Okantar is not that great. So just again, maybe a mathematical video to actually break it down.
We can break this down right now. Minotaur was an awesome summoner titan like Kronos. Okantar is an infiltrator. Done. That's all there is to it. You look at Kronos compared to any other paladin, and he's not in the same class as paladin. Same thing with Minotaur. Minotaur is not in the same class as infiltrators. Okantar is just an infiltrator. If you like infiltrators, and if you like playing Sakani, then this is a better Sakani.
And he's less of an infiltrator at that.
Dude.
Yeah, Kimasabi says no on Okantar. King Josh says, yeah, he sucks. Nice.
Well, basically, yeah.
Look, if you put Night Whisper and all the poison infiltrator relics on an Okantar that you'd use with another poison infiltrator, I don't know that you're going to know the difference between him and other poison infiltrators, except that his Panthers will be better. So,
well, going to have way less health and no element for this. You're going to have to sacrifice one or the other. You have to sacrifice some of your damage and your crit, health and element for this, or if you go all offensive on crit, you'll have low health and no element.
Yeah, good points. But you also have 4 Omegas, so
Those Panthers aren't going to really do that much. But be really buffed with a couple of maybe one relic that used to buff the Titan that would also the troops 5-star. Every other relic you use is just going to help buff the Titan and not the Panthers, right? So they're going to have not that much damage, not that much crit, and not to help out.
What relics are you going to use on Okantar that are not going to give the Panthers something?
Well, if I'm going to use them as an infiltrator, then I'm going to use all the relics to buff up the Titan damage and Titan critical. The 5-star will help both. You're using the Titan version of Great Plague. All those things.
Look, I hear you, but at the same time, you can get a lot of stuff off of the 5-star plus a tainted bow, a tainted blade. You can use the Great Plague that's in this event, and there's plenty of other stuff you can use on him that's going to give the Panthers just more damage. And yeah, look, I admit that the Panthers without any defense are going to die really fast against any good defense, but there's my clock going off in the background. But, there's tons of people who play the game against medium difficulty defenses and will either get Okantar or the Omegas in on the back rank, or use the regular frontline Panthers as a distraction. And they're going to win fights, and they're going to have fun playing it because it's just like another infiltrator.
Well, quick question for everybody, and that is, what if you were a newer player and this is one of your first events where you think you might want to get your first 4-star? Would this be a 4-star you would even say you should go ahead and get? Because I believe a lot of players are looking at it from a perspective that there's a lot of other better 4-stars and we have something better and blah, blah, blah. But what if you didn't? What if you were a newer player and, like I said, and had that situation?
Yeah, I agree. My perspective on it is new players should be shooting to get a 4-star of each class. If you didn't get Minotaur and you don't have a 4-star infiltrator, then Okantar is a perfectly good 4-star infiltrator for you to play. And you will have fun playing him, and he will be a good Titan to help you build your state.
But for a lot of players that have been around the block and have an Artemis and have other summoning Titans and stuff like that, and have a Minotaur, might not be so inclined.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Vintage went a little overboard, because this is the same guy who just last year...
Oh, guess who showed up? Guess who showed up in chat?
Oh, my goodness.
Guess who showed up in chat? All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue with your Vintage bashing. Continue, Prometheo.
Vintage is the same guy who last year was telling us that infiltrators are the Swiss Army knife type. And look, I had my misgivings about that whole line of inquiry last year, but now he's all over this Titan as garbage. And why is that? Well, he just got off of 2 weeks in log. Hello. Of course he thinks that a regular infiltrator is garbage, because they're not part of the war meta. And he's been doing thousands of fights in the war meta right now. And yes, Titans that buff themselves are not part of the war meta. That's obvious. He's an infiltrator.
Yeah, so basically he's going to be useful, middle level players. So if this is your first 4-star Titan, or you don't have that main, then yeah, he's going to be a good option, for you as well. But yeah, whenever you start getting into, the castle level, 20s and above, it's just not going to be that effective. That style of play once you get up to the castle range where troops are more.
Awesome. Kronos is coming. No one should burn their save tokens on this turd, says Vintage.
Oh, I like that call. I like Kronos for Conquest.
So Kronos for Conquest.
Oh, please. Oh, that'd be amazing.
They're not going to throw Kronos in a Conquest.
Well, then who are they going to throw? They've already thrown Zeus in Conquest. What other really good Titans do they really...
That was not Zeus. That was Odin.
Zeus?
Oh, no, they threw Odin. Sorry. I knew it was a Lightning Titan. Sorry.
Yeah, he also threw in Poseidon in Conquest, so you never know.
Yeah, and...
Okay, Poseidon is no Kronos. They're not throwing Kronos in Conquest. I'll make that call right now. Vintage, you want a pound on the table moment? Right there it is, baby. They're not throwing Kronos in a Conquest.
Oh. Yo, clip that out, Vintage. Yo, right here. What's the timestamp this? Definitely timestamp this right now.
Because I can see if they put Kronos in Conquest. Oh, I'm going to hear about it.
Yeah, you will. And you Vintage, you got to put it in your video when it happens, too. Oh, it'll be so good.
I don't see that happening, because Kronos is going to be a money grab for sure. I would spend a lot of money to get another copy, so they're not going to do it on Conquest.
Everybody would. That's like if they put Minotaur out again. They're going to put Minotaur out in a money grab event. It's not going to be in a Conquest where you could get warp stones from triple battle drops to grind and get it in level 10 Conquest.
I hear you. But it would be awesome.
Oh, it would be more than awesome.
It's got Jim riled up. It's got Jim really riled up. We need the ladies to calm him down. Where are you at, ladies?
Come on. 2 words. Big Daddy.
We gave you that a couple of times.
Yes, yes, you did.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can speak up anytime. Just be like, calm down, Big Daddy.
D's better at that. She has a way to calm him down.
Calm down, Big Daddy. Calm down.
See?
Deep breath. Deep breath, honey pie.
Ooh, you got a honey pie.
Honey pie.
Oh, well, actually, you know what? I just thought of something. Because of Dr. Zeus's comment, says, can't wait to use Minnow on level 7 Conquest. Those maidens are a hassle. Do you think the next Conquest they're going to have the changed level where they're going to have the Horde in? Because they mentioned that they're going to change one of the levels of Conquest to include the Horde. That also may be what they're talking, making it seem like there's a big change or something different in Conquest coming. Just to put that out there.
Well, I just thought of something, though. If they do this Conquest, as we were talking earlier, as an alliance event...
Yeah, true.
Maybe they will put a Chronos in there.
Maybe they will. Wait, Jim, you can't go back now. You already pounded on the table.
Oh, no, I pounded on the table. I'm still standing by what I said.
He still stands on his pounding on the table. All right.
I'm just saying, we like to do a lot of theory crafting and talking and what ifs. I'm just what if and...
Okay.
Hey, Zalan.
Yes.
And Jim. I was doing a little what ifing on numbers today around troop balance to look at what the Horde can do. And I came to an interesting conclusion, which is that Spearmen are tough enough to outmatch Horde in a straight-up one-to-one melee if they're unbuffed. But if you give the Horde the credit for their charge, so they get a charge off before the fight with the Spearmen, then the Horde have the advantage. So just telling you on the numbers, Horde is all about charge damage. So if you're playing them, then figure out your tactics. So it's all about getting charges in as many times as you can.
Kimosabi says, did everyone complete the player survey? What player survey is that? Because I did not see any kind of pop-ups or anything for that.
It's on their Facebook page.
It's just on Facebook, though?
Well, that's where I found it. Maybe on Twitter, I don't know, but I saw it on the Facebook page.
Okay, so did anyone else here in Discord fill out this player survey?
No.
No.
I did. It pretty much wrote them a novel.
Wait a second. So, Doom, was this like the player surveys in the past where they show us a whole bunch of images and stuff like that, or...?
No, there were some basic questions, just trying to get some demographics, what's your age, how often.
That's the way the other ones started out with, too, but then they were like, now you can't talk about everything we're about to show you, and then they asked us a lot of questions about stuff that deals with major content in the game, like the Egyptian gods and stuff.
No, there was nothing about that. They just asked demographic questions, and then at the very end, it was how can we, what are some suggestions to, improve the, game experience or player experience, basically.
Okay. Huh.
So just kind of typing in long messages looking for feedback.
I see. Chronos
And it was on their Facebook page?
Yeah, Facebook, he said.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up, Kiwasabi. It's also on Twitter, he says.
I don't know how it would look on a phone, but if you go on a computer on their Facebook page, if you go to their main page and at the top where it says like video and posts and stuff like that, if you go to the posts tab, then it should pop up towards the top.
Lucas says Vintage is on the DOT payroll. Control opposition. Wow. It's quite a bold statement. But you never know. No. FL Rebels pleading with everyone to please go check out that survey to give good feedback, because the more feedback, the more it's not that everyone, like one person saying one thing is not really going to be counted, but when they go everything by the numbers of, oh, this has been mentioned a lot over everything else, and then they'll prioritize things from that. That's pretty much what I've seen in the past, and I think a lot of other players can agree. They only go by what the most complained about thing is, basically. And relic storage has been the most complained about thing for way too long, and then they just can't avoid it after a while. So
I found it on their Twitter page, but I didn't find it on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the Facebook. I saw it earlier when you mentioned it. I logged in to see.
Do you want me to bubble your castle, FO Rebel? Yeah. Got level 60 something with 21 troops. Not with Arya, probably. She doesn't have max relics on her or anything like that. I don't know. What do we got?
Yes, Vintage, do that. I love Imperials. We don't have enough Ice Guardians. We don't have enough buffing relics anymore for Imperials. Yes, do that.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of my comments, was just lack of, current meta offensive Imperial Titans. I mean, you got Kronos, you can use it for offense or defense. Beat the badass. You got Artemis, you got Hades and Almoran, you got Cerberus. So you got them for all the elements, but Ice is lacking. Poseidon is a defensive build. You can't use Imperials for offense on that and be very effective. So that's,
even on defense, he's shit.
Well, I agree.
Sorry, Zalon.
Yeah, watch it, Jim.
Sorry.
Getting out of line.
It's tough to use the Imperials, and they just add more armor. But yeah, they need to upgrade with the Titans that we can select with them, and the relic choices as well. I mean, it's kind of sad that the best offensive choice for Ice, Titans and Imperials are your old classic traditional Rangers, which are
Adalis and Vixia. Adalis and Vixia.
Yeah, exactly. And how hard is it to get the necessary skills you need to, take down Garrison? It's difficult. Especially, and another comment I made, especially when they're adding, they still have those skill rolls of against Titans and damage against Titans. You need to take that out.
It would be nice to give the Imperials some love.
Totally with you. Snowtar summoning Omega Imperials with relics that give them more damage, more armor piercing, and you get Titan X damage, armor piercing, and some crit, and that will be a major force in the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Imperials are still one of my favorite troops. I still love them. Don't get as much love as they used to because, I mean, with everything else, the Spearmen and the Kronos and, they just don't get any love.
Well, I tell you what I'm afraid of is that the next shoe to drop on the Horde is that they're going to get Militia X skill. And that when you have a Horde that have Void, and so there's less Void resistance out there than anything else, and they're getting 5x charges, and they get Militia health and armor or damage and armor piercing, that there's not going to be any reason to play Imperials anymore.
That would be sad.
It's taking me forever, FL Rebel, but Calvarax level 54 is doing it. Just taking forever.
So, I mean, just round the table, general discussion and question. If you guys were to fill out that survey now, what would be the number one thing that you would mention to the devs aside from relic storage?
Jesus.
Prometheus clock.
You got it, man. I've tried to mute it.
The number one, they need to stop putting new Titans out every single week and fix the glitches and shit in the game that we've asked them to fix for 2 years. They need to take the 2-star out of the 8,000 gem pool. They need to take the 2. I don't really care if they leave the 2-star and the daily, to be honest with you. But when I'm spending 8,000 gems, I don't want a damn 2-star. They need to fix the Titans just walking around in circles. Or how about the troops walking through walls and off the map, and you can't even get to them? How about
not
Omega?
Doing anything?
Yeah.
They just stand there.
Or the Omega Goliath spawning in the middle of a river and you can't get to them. It's like, what the hell is that?
Right.
They need to fix the stuff in the game and quit putting out new Titans and events every week. Do we want that? Yeah. But I want it glitch-free. Look what happened this morning. 4 hours. We couldn't even get in game.
Yep.
That's my biggest thing, if you want to know the truth. I don't even care about relic storage.
That's all absolutely true, and I'm with you, BMT. Now, I do have 2 things I would raise, though. One is no battle drops in the Divine Gem Altar. Nothing but I could take 4-star XP potions as my consolation prize, but I don't want anything that is not an event relic or, a 5-star.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, so that's one. And then the other one, which is selfish, a lot of people probably don't care, but I think is important to game integrity, is there needs to be a way to see the troop stats in the game giving effect to the buffs for skeletons and Omega troops.
Yeah, I would like to see Omega the stats for the Omega troops too also.
One thing that I told them and would like to see is that they claim that this is a war game, right? And, especially within, the last year and probably even longer, that it seems like the majority of the gaming experience are catered towards events and people that primarily want to focus on events, right? Casual, get Titans, get relics, they have their fun that way. There's a lot of features in this game that kind of cater towards that demographic. And there, in my opinion, there's not enough features that cater towards the players that enjoy, warring and battling other alliances week in, week out. Pretty much the only thing that they got is the 30-second troop crafting time. But when was the last time we ever saw one of those, right? So I would like to see have more features that will help cater towards, the alliances and the players that actually want to war week in, week out and enjoy that.
Along with that, what you're saying, Doom, I think that a help would be if they give out rewards for global ranking. Not only end of seasons for your alliance and stuff in whatever league you're in, but global ranking rewards. If you're ranked number 1 globally, I think there should be rewards that go with that also.
And
second or third or whatever.
Top 100 league rewards for Legend League. There should definitely be individual gem rewards for getting into that list because it costs gems to get there.
Yes.
Right.
And and it's fine, but Val placed number 1 globally a couple weeks ago, and we had a big VP push. And our alliance got number 1 globally, and Val was the number 1 player globally. I don't know what she spent, and I'm not going to ask her on live stream, but I know she spent a ton of money. What'd you have? 47 million VP?
Yeah, I ended with 47 million.
She had 47 million VP.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Right?
I know what I spent, and I had 26 million.
Right. Most of my battles were bonus caps. It was great.
That's awesome. Which Titans?
Which what?
Which Titans?
Did I use?
Yeah. Who's your favorite?
I mostly use Kronos or and like if I'm fighting a Cronus, I'll take Zeus. But Cronus is so much fun to play with.
I was just doing the numbers today on Chronos with all the damage relics.
Yeah.
And that is a beast of a setup. I love it.
It is. Especially, if you're going against a Minotaur, which I was, honestly kind of afraid to go against before. But, I had a pep talk for my team. And I started using Chronos, and, it takes longer because I'm used to, the fast rate. But it's doable, right?
Oh, yeah. I did the numbers today, and so I was measuring a whole range of attack titans against a whole range of defenses. And the one place where I saw a huge variance in the numbers was Chronos against pretty much anything. That setup was way better than anything else for one specific thing that I was measuring for, which is relative toughness. So you take Chronos and you compare the damage he's doing against the health of the defense, and then you compare that to the damage the defense is doing against his health and total army. And on that measure, Chronos is a better attacker than just about anybody. And he actually does enough damage to not time out on fights. So from that perspective, Chronos is very reliable, just all damage relics.
Right. Oh, I agree.
Oh, that's me, Virgil. And yes, Prometheo is a mathematical breakdown specialist. You can tell it's later in the stream for me. So. Kimosabi's got a question for you, Prometheo.
I'm not on the chat. What does he say?
All offensive Goliaths or archers?
That was the Goliath build, which I used to be a big believer in Chronos as an archer titan. But the reality is, to beat Minotaur, Chronos with all Goliath damage is a great setup. So you could go 5-star if you have it. You need a stone mallet. If you have the jade statue, that's a good relic to use. Between Earth Sight or Earth Breaker, I would take Earth Sight because you're not going to get enough armor piercing to touch Minotaur. So forget about armor piercing. So get Earth Sight. And then, I don't know, what else do you use, Doom? Or Val?
Earth Sight, Stone Mallet, the 3-star versions, Jade Statue, what's it called? The 5-star. But yeah.
Divine Touch.
Yeah, just what you're saying. Just build up the damage and get that crit as high as possible. I don't even know what the max crit is. I think Jim knows what you could potentially get on critical.
I don't know what you could potentially get, but I got mine up to 89%. I got the 4-star Mountain Fist troop version, which I had since back in the original Yard Dog. So I got that on him, and then I got the 4-star Earth Sight, the 3-star Earth Sight, 4-star Stone Mallet, 3-star Stone Mallet, and then what do I get? I forget what. Oh, the 5-star, my Divine Touch.
Yeah, that Mountain Fist is key, and unfortunately I don't have that, so I don't have an ideal setup.
Yeah,
I got my crit at 89% on him, and I could take out Eddie Garrison out there.
Any Garrison. You hear that, DOT community? Any Garrison.
Oh, I'll put it out there. I take in 6 raid spells, and my Goliath, I could take out Eddie Garrison.
And Jim is in Raiders Alliance. You can find him in Legends League.
Thanks a lot.
And he can take out any Garrison.
Yeah.
I'll have to pass that on. That sounds like a challenge.
Right?
You can pass it on if you want to.
I know someone who likes challenges.
I know someone too. I know someone who gets really upset when people hit their or cap their ping pong lands for events.
Ping pong lands.
Yeah.
I capped a bonus cap land from drum one time and hit my Garrison.
He's just a big bully.
You apologize, and he still hit your Garrison.
I was like, because they were like, Rio hand was laughing, and I'm like, what is so funny? And he's like, do you know who you just hit? And I was like, no. And I looked, and of course it's drum. So I sent him like the sweetest message. I'm like, I'm so sorry I hit your Garrison. I capped your land. I didn't know it was you. I wouldn't have done it. Happy rating or something like that. And I added a smiley face. And the next thing I look, and I'm on fire.
No, he said, yeah, no problem. Cheers.
He said, yeah. He said, okay, like, cheers. And I was like, and they're like, he's going to hit your Garrison like any moment. I'm like, no, dude, I said I was sorry. And I sent you a quick message. And then, like, the next thing I know, my Garrison's on fire. And I was like,
that's his version of diplomacy.
I was like, oh no, he's just saying hi.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Am I on like a different server than everybody else? Wait, is Vintage is like bubble all your VP ping pong lands? What alliance are you in?
He's in Events RS.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not in Legends FL. I'd go in any person. I ain't problem. Especially when you ask me to. Kemosabe, that's not up to me, but I know you're asking me. But the queen of my alliance is on here, and the king is not. That's above my pay grade.
Hey Jim, when are y'all gonna do another 25-25 with Westeros? So what's up with that, Jim?
Well, that's what I just said. That's not. I just responded to him.
Oh, sorry.
That's above my pay grade. There, the queen and king make those decisions.
We're working things out.
Yeah, but Westeros is isn't that Yuki's alliance?
Yuki's alliance.
Nice,
yeah. Right.
Nice. So did you guys talk to Yuki on online?
Yeah,
I don't personally, but they do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
we have a chat.
Nice, because Yuki's also on band too, so we also make sure Yuki likes to spread any knowledge about anything that's going on. The players may be slightly, I'm not saying you're outright confused, but sometimes stuff is going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, that he feels it's necessary that we all know what's going on, which is great.
Are you in Westeros, Kemosabe?
And I love how on DOT database there's an ad for Westeros at the bottom.
Yeah.
I was saying to Yuki at one point, because he got some kind of banner company on his website, and I was like, Yuki, if you need to sell ads, like, just let me know, because I might buy an ad. And I think that, he kind of got the idea, like, wait a minute, why am I selling ads to someone else? I can advertise for my alliance.
Yeah.
He's got a really great site there, and he does so much work keeping it up to date. And, you start chatting with him, and you're like, well, Yuki, the numbers in your website just don't match the game sometimes. What's up with that? And he always has a great answer. He has some sort of preternatural or hacking-based vision into the underlying code of the game, and it's a great resource.
Yeah, well, it's not, trust me, it's not player side, it's server side, so it's something well above and beyond what normal players have any access to.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Yuki.
Yeah, and the thing is, the developers at this point, they allow it because they know he does a great service for the community. Otherwise, he would have been shut down a long time ago. So
Yeah.
But that's also why Yuki has a test account, and Yuki has his own YouTube channel as well. So it's not a lot of people know about that, but it does all exist. And Yuki was given a test account not based on any prior YouTube or any other social media, prerequisites. It was mostly because, well, you created a DOT database. Here's a test account. So
yeah, please.
I'll wait on my test account. Zilon, could you speed that up for me, please?
Yeah, I'll speed that up for you, Jim.
I tell you what, there have been a lot of times I was trying to do math on the game. I thought I had a good answer to it. I went and checked myself against Yuki, and I saw that my numbers didn't match his, and I was just like, all right, back to the drawing board. I made a mistake, and he's always got it right. Yeah.
Well, Jim, before you, there's two people. It was three, but one has, I think, gone a little bit to the wayside, and I don't know if having a test account would make anything better for him. But there was three people that I wanted to get test accounts for the longest time, and I continue to push it with the developers, and that is, I want Vintage to get a test account. I wanted JJ to get a test account, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And I want D to get a test account, because then that actually gives, just because Drum is there, that basically gives Drum a test account as well. So that's what I want, because it would be
some more bickering.
Yes, more bickering over the test account. That's why, yes, it would be amazing. That's truly what I would want, and I think deserves it. And then after they get test accounts, then Jim, you can get your test account.
Whatever, don't stroke my ego afterwards.
D, how many accounts do you have right now?
Do you want me to count the mini even though it's shared?
You just have one mini?
We have one mini that he claims is shared, but I'm telling you, I took care of that baby until it was like 14. Then he took it and he got Zeus and he wouldn't let me get in, and now I took it back because he lost interest. So it's my mini. I have 3.
3 accounts, okay. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of people that do it, though. I mean, one's in Hammer, one's in Legends, and one's in Knights. So the Knights one's not too terrible.
Well, I'm working my mini over in Legends.
Yeah?
I love the name of your mini, Prometheo. It's Promenio. I always say it.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I always say it that way, too. It's Promenio, like I'm Italian.
Promenio. Ciao,
Mario.
Yeah.
Come stai?
It's me, a Promenio. Please hit my ping pong lands.
That's pretty good.
I was using Vermithor, which is a reference to Game of Thrones, but I figured that doesn't really work when I'm in an NTG alliance, because I'd rather have people actually know that it's me. And then there's the other factor that when you're on Legend League first server with the mini, you're going to get castle rated every 5 minutes. People are doing their daily. And if someone's being a pain in the butt, I want it to be obvious that it's my mini.
Are you
Am I what?
What?
Are you getting rated a lot in Legend League with your mini?
Oh, I think that the ping pongers are on my mini harder than right now because they love the lands.
Right. That's how it was for me. 2 seasons ago, Zalon was rating my mini constantly.
Yeah, it's very possible.
What a shocker!
What a shocker! Wait, Val, your mini's name is
Valley.
Valley. That's right.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Who's attacking this mini? Let's see who the owner is." I'm like, "Oh, look, it's Val."
And Val, your mini's castle is
That mini, I think, is 12. Yeah, player level 12.
And Zalan, your castle is 23.
23. Yes. You're trying to make a point. Trying to make a point.
I think point made.
No.
No, I saw Zalan was rating it. I kept opening that way, help him get some souls.
Yeah, see? Nice.
Don't help him. He's a castle 23.
Yeah, but that was because I was rating probably with a low Titan with event relics.
I don't want to hear the excuses. You Storm Maidens.
You Storm Maidens. I streamed for 3 weekends. I know, D. I know.
I streamed twice when he was on vacation.
Yeah, twice.
Oh, dude, they sound nothing like you.
Nothing like me.
All right, here's my attempt at D. Where are my damn ninja shoes?
You missed my high heel story before. My new boss asked me to put, he didn't call them high heels. He said, can you put on your dress shoes? But I was wearing dress shoe flats, and apparently they weren't heels. So he asked me to put on my, I was like, is that sexual harassment?
Well, depends on how it was asked.
Well, imagine I'm wearing dressy flats, and you say, would you mind putting your dress shoes on for this meeting?
Mm-hmm. Again, it depends on how you're being asked. If he's looking directly at your shoes and can obviously see them, and is like casting some sort of like doubt on your self-confidence and image, then it could be crossing a line. But I think those words in and of themselves could not possibly be harassment.
I suppose, but it's not like I had my ninja shoes on.
Yeah.
Val, do you have ninja shoes?
Ninja shoes.
Okay, so I'm talking about Skechers Go Walk. The memory foam ones that you slip on.
I do not.
Oh, you need a pair. They're like walking on clouds.
Yeah, it looks like Arya's got ninja shoes. Man, she flies across the battlefield. Go on.
Arya is a ninja.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've held well over 20-some people in the chat this whole time. Thank you for everybody joining in, just so you know. It's always appreciated. Not just the people on Discord, because they're cool, but everybody that joins in the chat, always good to see you.
So, D, you've had multiple people answer your question. What do you think?
Yeah, what's the now that you've had so much input, is what Jim's saying. What do you think about your situation? Has your question been answered? Are you gonna report sexual harassment now, or are you
No, I wasn't gonna report it. I kind of thought it was like a stab at the way that I dressed.
So you're just self-conscious now. That's all. Right.
Yeah, well, it made me self-conscious, and then I thought, well, was that sexual harassment? And then the way Jim and Val made it seem, it didn't make me. I didn't feel like I was being harassed, but I definitely felt like he was taking a stab at my choice of attire, and it was making me a little insecure. So now I have to dress extra dressy. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of awkward, weird.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted.
I'm guessing this isn't the first awkward, weird moment you've had with this person.
No, this is a new boss. He's only been with me for 3 weeks, so.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first weird, and he's been very polite up until this point. So I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah, just a blip. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. Well,
was he not polite when he asked you to put on your hooker shoes?
He didn't call what?
I said, was he not polite when he asked you to put on your hooker shoes?
He didn't say the word hooker shoes. He just
I'm just asking if it was polite or not when he asked you to do it.
He was polite. But the way Val said it was like, we're short, right? And when we wear heels, one, it makes us look taller, and they actually do make, like, when you're wearing a suit, it makes it look a lot better, and it does make it look dressier. So I totally
it's a good silhouette when you're wearing.
Really,
because it does like make your legs longer and
right. You know. And I had like a pencil skirt like suit on with like a jacket and like a dress skirt. Right. Yeah. So it actually did look better. It looked like times 100 better with the heels. But I just thought it was a weird request from a man. That's all.
So Virgil says, how is my cute Princess Zalan? Well, Princess Z is doing good. She finished school. She's done with the first grade. And I'm going to see her. I actually had a Skype call with her on Father's Day when I was on the trip, because I wasn't actually, it's the first Father's Day I haven't actually been with her. But there wasn't anything I could do about it. It was in the middle of the trip. So, but I will be seeing her very soon for 4th of July. So it's going to be very cool. We'll set off some fireworks. Nice. And Godan says, you done with the event yet? Well, Godan, thank you for popping back in like you usually do. And no, I'm not done with the event yet. I've been grinding 14 souls this entire time, so to be honest, let's take a look and see how many souls I have.
You better hit your VP, man.
Oh, 2 million? Oh, yeah, the 2 million? I'm at 850.
Yeah, because I was going to demote you. And you were like...
No, 856. Listen, I'm going to be able to hang in Legends this week. I'm going to be able to hang. I know. It's rough.
I know. I feel for you, Zalan. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Jim feels bad for
what. Whose side are you on? Big Daddy? Whose side are you on?
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Never mind. I'm back on D side.
Yeah.
Zalan, can I give you a little tip with D? Never call her out.
Never what? I missed that.
Never call out D in public. If you have alliance business to do with her, do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? That's all right, though. I can handle it.
Yeah, because if you try to talk to me about something personal in public, I will talk to you about it in public, and I will reveal all.
Reveal all? Jeez. Brutal.
I mean, if you want to talk about something personal and try to embarrass me in public chat, then we're gonna talk about the personal thing, and I'm gonna tell it to you how I see it. And we're going to present the facts. And then when you get embarrassed because the facts are out there, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Right?
D, you love the DOT drama, don't you? You can tell. You hear it in her voice, DOT community? Can you hear it? Can you hear it in her voice? She loves the DOT drama. Now, okay, and again,
I do not. Hate drama.
Listen, we've repeated this multiple times.
I live with Dramadiddle, and he is full of drama.
That's right, Dramadiddle, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's his name. I've been calling him Dramadiddle and Drama, and he hates it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because that's what, he loves drama. He loves drama. I had to kick him from Hammer because he was causing problems on our team.
You sure was. Oh, Lord.
What?
There was.
Yeah, I was like, get out of here. I'm like, you're being toxic. He's like, fine, I'm going back to log. And I'm like, good.
Yeah. Good for us.
Well, good morning, Cully. Are we getting the British crowd? They're waking up.
The British are coming.
The British are coming. Oh, Val dived off of Discord. I had a call come in. Okay, that's fine. Val.
Ron Gamer will be popping in shortly.
Ron Gamer has not been popping in shortly. I have not seen Ron Gamer in a live stream or anywhere. He has disappeared.
This is about the time that Tox usually wakes up, so he'll probably...
That's true. Tox might wake up. You are absolutely right about that. Kimasabi says D is the boss. Don't make your head get too big.
Lord Jesus.
I hate that name.
I think it's funny. because everyone D's like, Italian, so there's probably you a little bit religious, so you always think that everybody's taking it way too serious because people are like, praise you, Lord Jesus.
I honestly thought that we were done with that because nobody was calling me it for a while, so thank you for bringing it back.
Of course, we always enjoy it.
What happened?
I said you're so welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Doomy Pie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ever since Drum started calling me Doomy Pie and Log, I try guys somehow.
That's right.
Oh, he said you're Doomadiddle now.
Doomadiddle? What, is he awake? Is he awake?
No, he told me this earlier that changed his name to Doomadiddle.
Doomadiddle's pretty good too. Do you get, so,
it is good.
But Doom, do you get good luck on your 2K dailies?
No, not at all.
Well then, I don't know.
You gotta do them at season change.
I still get 2 stars with the gem pulls. I got 2 terrible Dionysus during last week's event. So
it's because you're saying it weird.
It's because you're saying it weird. No, somebody was gonna say it, Doom. Somebody had to say
Dionysus. I don't know the right way, but
a lot of people say Dionysus.
Dionysus or Dionysus, or just call him Dion.
Or diabetes.
There you go.
Diabetes. Oh my god.
So no, there's not been any unspoken luck of being a log player, unless you're the Woo who drawn 3 different double offensive dios.
Really?
Yeah, that lucky a-hole.
Yeah, lucky Woo. Phew. Jesus.
Still bitter about it.
Yeah, a little bitter. I can tell. I'm going to play down the rest of these portal stones, and then we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Val already took a dive off of Discord, but I was glad she was able to still join us while she could. And, of course, D, Jim, Prometheo, and Doom are all still here on with me, and 24 other people in the chat, which I appreciate. And now, we got a confirmation earlier that Jim was going to stream tomorrow night, but is D going to stream tomorrow night? Is the question.
I thought Jim was streaming in the afternoon.
He is. Sorry, you're right. He is. But does that mean that D is going to stream at tomorrow night?
Possibly. I streamed 3 weeks in a row. So.
Oh, Jim, do you hear it? Do you hear it, Jim?
It's coming out now.
Yeah, prepare it. So
you guys are so mean to me.
I think this is all it's just called hard YouTube love. That's what it is. We're just being real.
If you keep it up, Drum's gonna start doing impressions.
Oh, I'd love to hear some drum impressions.
No, you wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Well, who is he gonna impersonate?
Me.
Oh, well, that's fine if he impersonates you. I was wondering who else, though. Maybe he'd have some other good ones.
Well, you got a little song out of him last time. He did like a verse of what did he sing?
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, I forget now.
Oh, it was the guy with the deep voice, right? No, I don't remember.
Neither do I.
I'll have to go back and listen.
You will. All right. So for all the Brits waking up right now, we've been rocking out here for probably into the 3 hours now. And all the West Coasters too. You guys, it's just turning into your evening for the West Coast. Or I should say, your later evening, which means the kids should be in bed and now you can start playing.
That's exactly where I am.
Right?
Head down to play, send you on.
Nice. Whatever. Work in a few hours. I enjoyed the banter. All right, Kimasabi, thanks for joining. Always appreciate it. So tomorrow's going to be action-packed with a stream from Jim in the afternoon to get everybody hyped up with Val on, and then a stream with D and Drum later on at night to get everybody also even more pumped up. It's going to be crazy. And Prometheo's going to come out with an amazing video tomorrow. No pressure, Prometheo.
Yeah, no pressure. Exactly.
And Doom's going to have to switch to another finger tomorrow because his index finger will be having serious pain.
Serious pain.
Serious pain.
Well, Log has health insurance.
Oh, I see. For arthritis? Interesting.
Yeah, for players, fingers, and
Yeah. Put a little splint. Put a little splint on your index finger, Doom, because it's all busted up.
Yeah, I'm on the gold plan.
Nice.
You're on the gem plan, is what you're on.
That's right.
Doom goes to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, I need you to look at my hand." And they're like, "Oh, I see you're with Log." That's a good topic right there. Michael Marlowe said, "I just pulled 14 2-stars in a relics in a row. Sucks." Yeah, if you're trying to, what's it called, triple stack, yeah, it's a very difficult time when you got to deal with that. How did everybody else's pulls for this event? If you were pulling for this event, how did it go?
Between that and the one Monday, I must have pulled 31 stars.
31 stars, Jim. Jeez. Brutal.
I don't know exactly how many it was, but it was a ton of them.
I had pretty decent pulls on my main for the short event earlier, this relic event.
Mm-hmm.
But I waited until the last possible minute on mini to go for 6K, but I realized I had to do it because I got Volstan the weekend before, and I needed the Copus for that. So I started pulling relics, and oh my god, I got 1 1-star, 1 2-star, and 5 3-stars.
Wow.
I was beside myself. It was amazing.
I hate you.
Yeah.
My relic pulls have been terrible.
Yeah, for that Greek event relic, I had to use 17 tokens and only 1 3-star.
Oh. I finished the whole event on 400 fights plus 13 tokens plus the ones in the event.
Yeah, it was not fun, especially when you got to do it on garrisons or captain lands. It was not enjoyable at all.
Oh.
I don't know what the percentages are. I mean, I know they post them at one point, but I don't care what they say the percentages are. They suck. They're suck-ass percentages.
Are they? Are they, Jim? Is that how you really feel? All right.
I second that comment.
Virgil, it is almost 2 a.m. in the morning here, where I'm at. Corey says, "I'm going to make like legs and split. Thanks for the stream." All right, see you later, Corey. FL Rebel says, "I'm going to make like a tree and get out of here." So everybody wants to be like the brain, huh? Is that what this is?
I'm going to make like school in the summer. No class.
Yeah.
That's as dumb as a screen door on a battleship.
I'm going to make like Zalon at the end of the season. I'm going to make like Zalon at the end of the season. I'm out of here. Going to another alliance.
Wait a minute, I thought Zalon at the end of the season was debooting them.
Well, that's what I meant. I'm going to another alliance. No, what's going to happen is I'm going to hit 2 million and I'm going to be able to stay. And then D won't be able to do anything.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Well, until next Friday's live stream when she brings the VP up.
Yeah, just for me, probably. You usually get really good pools, Michael, but not this event. Yeah, it does seem for a lot of players that have played the game for a very long period of time. There are definitely events where things go really your way. There's ones that are kind of balanced, and there's definitely times where everything is garbage. So.
For me, Theo, when you pulled the 5 3-stars, did you pull them, what was your tactic? Did you pull them all in a row?
I was trying to get the event done as fast as I could. It was late at night, and I was just pulling them as I finished them, one at a time.
One at a time, and you still pulled 5 3-stars?
I know.
That's crazy, because usually if I pull a 1-star and I just pull right after, they're all 1-stars.
I know.
But if you pull a 3-star and you pull one after, you usually get a second 3-star.
That's the way I do it. If I get a 3-star, I pull again. But
yes.
You didn't do it that way.
No.
Interesting.
Actually, I was concerned that I needed to do it one relic at a time because it was late at night and I might fall asleep. And I did fall asleep. And I woke up 1 hour before the event finished, and I finished it. So I was very relieved.
You're lucky.
Yeah, you're lucky. Well, there's the percentages.
What do we have on the percentages? Saying what?
FL Rebel says 1 star 41%, 2-star 39%, 3-star 19%, and 4 stars 1%.
That's pretty much what I go off of.
I like my analogy better. Suck ass percentages.
Come on, D. Now, Big Daddy. Where you
Deep
at?
breath, Big Daddy. Deep
There
breath.
you go. There you go.
Calm down.
There you go. You got to be here to calm him down.
My rule of thumb for trying to figure out the average value of an event token,
Hey, Alex.
or a pull at the casino, as you might say, is it's basically you're buying a 2-star on average. So if you're trying to figure out how much you're going to spend on an event, then just figure it's 2 stars all the way.
I wonder if anybody, I know a couple of people on our team had intended to buy the head start. And when they couldn't get in game for 4 hours and they got back in game, the head start offer disappeared. So I wonder if that happened to anybody.
They need to stop only offering the head starts for a limited time because they would just sell more if they kept offering them.
Yeah, like the Conquest packs that they do now, where it runs the entire length of the event. Because they can do it.
Who's complaining about those things being on sale for the whole event? Just keep them up there.
Yeah, I don't know what the big deal is. A lot of people don't even start looking at the event until after 24 hours because they're working at the weekday. I don't really start until Friday night. So for me, I have to set an alarm to make sure I get a head start if I want to get them in the first 24 hours. So it's kind of annoying.
Well, the clock doesn't start running until you open your game up.
Yeah.
Right, but if you open it up at season change, then you have 24 hours from then.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's no, because the event's not live at season change.
Oh, yeah. So the event went live, 10, 11 o'clock a.m.?
Yes.
So you have 24 hours from whenever you sign in after the event starts.
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, but that's still not great.
Prometheo, does your clock go off every 15 minutes?
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry.
Sounds like Frankenstein's castle, like Dracula's going to be coming out of the or something.
Yeah.
How do you sleep like that?
I honestly haven't had it on for a long time, but I just thought I'd turn it on the other day just because, it's kind of nice. I grew up with that clock, so it makes me feel, at home. I'm a sound sleeper too.
What did you say?
I said I'm a sound sleeper. Once I actually go to sleep, aren't wake me up.
No, I wake up for anything.
Yeah.
That's what
I wake up and I'm live streaming.
He wakes up to slap drum and tell him to go back to bed when he's doing portal stones in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
He gets crazy sometimes, and he sets his alarm for every 50 minutes. And I'll wake up in the middle of the night at a 50-minute, alarm. And I'm like, what are you doing? Go back to sleep. Are you serious? Put that phone away. There are times where he won't wake up. He's in such a sound sleep, and I'm slapping him like, turn your phone off. Because I wake up to it.
Wow.
I'm not going to lie. I do that same thing Monday through Wednesday.
That's so annoying.
Go back to sleep, D.
Here's the thing. If I was a sound sleeper and I maybe didn't wake up to it and he had it, because he has it like on his side of the bed and it's on low. It's not loud. It's just the phone alarm, right? It's a phone alarm. The stopwatch or whatever you call it. And I still wake up to it. Sometimes he doesn't wake up to it. And it's next to his head.
So, Alex is asking, is this event good or not? Anybody on Discord can field that question.
I think it depends on the level of player you are, of what you're looking for in the game and what you're looking for out of the Titan. Right? Wouldn't you guys agree with that?
Yes, I do. Sorry, I had to yawn.
I don't think it's fair to say it's bad or it's good. I just think it fits certain players' needs and other players don't want to waste their time.
So, depending on your castle level, Alex.
You definitely cannot say that this is not a good event, like a bad event, because it has the troop version of the Great Plague in it. And there are a lot of players who missed that back in the Saphira event, and it doesn't drop. So the troop version of the Great Plague is a good relic, and it's at an accessible level. You can grind to it, and if you're going to go there, then there's another token right after it, and then there's a 4-star XP potion, and then you're in range of Aurea. So there's a lot of rewards to get in that range. I don't need any of those relics. I'm not doing the event. I'm going to take the free Titan out of the rank rewards.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing with Aurea this entire time. She's awesome if you get a good roll with her. I got the double critical, double damage roll, which is, the best roll you can get with Aurea. So, with the 5-star. I mean, as long as you have the 5-star Infiltrator Relic, then that is the perfect roll for you. But she's only 48. She's on her way, though. To be like complete powerhouse. Because the damage total at max is like 150k. Actually, it's more than that. It's like 158k.
Did you pull her on one of your moves? I think I remember when you pulled her.
Well, I might have. Well, I got her in. Maybe it was. I don't. When you say pull, I don't think it was like in a pull event or something. But you
collected her. You collected her out of the.
Oh yeah, it's very possible.
On a stream.
It's very possible I collected her on the stream. I got 14 stones left. We'll get a few more battles in here, and then we're going to wrap this up. I do want to thank D, Jim, Prometheo, and Doom for being on Discord, and everybody here in the chat, as always. I should be back on Sunday. I don't see why not. For another live stream. Maybe I'll get a video out with some of my vacation pictures in the meantime. Maybe. Don't want to promise too much. And that's Doom saying goodbye with his fingers. So D, since we've kept you up all this time, have you been grinding the event as well?
I have.
Okay, so how far are you?
I keep switching. Not very.
What, you mean you're switching between going from band and all the other social aspects to maybe playing a little bit?
No, I keep switching from my 2 accounts back and forth. Like if I run out of port stones, I'll switch to my other one, and then I'll go back to that one, and then go back to the other one.
I see. So how far are you with both your accounts?
1360 on one and 1332 on the other.
Nice. And Drum's gonna be
Not very.
And Drum's gonna say, "What are you doing?"
I already got told the relic one on Monday that if I didn't do that, I was stupid. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was an event that you can't miss. You would definitely regret it.
Doom is agreeing, basically, but in a very polite way.
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy would never say that.
No, Big Daddy would not say that. Big Daddy's got my back.
Hey, I got your back too. Just making sure that you're playing smart.
I got him.
I tried to talk myself out of that, but
wait, Prometheo, you talked yourself out of it? You didn't do it?
No, I tried to talk myself out of doing that event, but it was too good.
It's too good. I did. Oh, I finished it the next day. I didn't even get the last relic until the next morning on my way to work. Because I loved it. It was like, oh, wow, there's extra hours.
I think they actually need to do more events like that, like base. Pull some of these old relics, these OP relics, out that we haven't seen since the beginning of this damn game. Wild Arrows being one of them.
100%. 100%. There are players out there who have it, so everyone should have a shot at it.
Okay, here's...
Yeah, just don't make it start on a Monday.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I hated that because I didn't think I was going to get to do it.
So Virgil has a question in the chat. Arya or Loki, which Titan is better? Prometheo or Doom? Whoever wants it.
Personally, it's Loki because he's the lightning Titan. You can use all the maiden relics.
One is not better. It just depends on what the weakness or the kind of troop or garrison you're going up against.
They're both infiltrators, so they suck.
See, that's why I didn't want Jim. That's because I didn't want Jim's. I didn't want Jim's opinion. That's why I said Prometheo or Doom.
Not so much with Kronos and Minotaur now, but when Valorn was main defending Titan, I mean, an infiltrator of every element was useful. But with Kronos and Minotaur, it's not really like that. You'll just be using infiltrators to or go up against any other garrison that's not a Minotaur or Kronos.
All right, so I got.
To be honest, right now I'm grinding with Fire Strike, trying to get her 30s. I already leveled the Flaming Rune, and I know that she's just a gimmick, but I just want to have 6 fireballs.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
So, last battle. Last battle.
The other thing that I was thinking is, I actually have all the Titans to get the Fire Tome books, and that's another, between the 3-star and the 4-star, that's another 5 fireball. So I'll have 11 fireballs on there.
And they'll be the triples though, right?
And then there's a Doomfire too. So I'm gonna have 14 free spells on her.
Plus, they're the triple fireballs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is more larger radius. Now, Prometheo, you mentioned before on other streams, I'm pretty certain that there's another spell you're looking forward to if they do with the Titan. And which one was that?
I think that Poison Cloud would be really strong.
Okay.
I think a shield or a rage would be pretty nice.
Okay. Because obviously, it's definitely making people go, oh my gosh, look at the levels of all my spells. How many level 25 players do not have max spells, Doom, and anybody else who's level 25?
It's a mixture. I mean, you got some people that are level 50 and every single act, including their spells, and other people that are level 25, but maybe level 45, 44, 46. A lot of spells are underdeveloped. It's kind of a toss-up.
But so that actually brings another aspect to the level 25 game, though, because there is a mixture of players between the two.
Yeah, I mean, when Anubis came out, I was like, I need to, prioritize my terror spells to get them up to my player level.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started prioritizing other spells that I use in that battle quickly. So, but yeah, definitely, if they keep, which they will, let's be honest, they'll keep rolling out more Titans that will buff up every spell that's there.
Yep.
But yeah, for sure, that's going to cause some players to prioritize those spells or spend money to gem them up.
Exactly, and it's something that a lot of level 25 players have been a little bit more lax on. Like, again, also prioritizing militia, because the rise of Dionysus has made people reprioritize and make their militia actually important again. Michael Marlowe says, I'm 25 and don't have max spells. Yeah, I mean, what is your militia at there? Do you have 25 militia, Doom?
Yeah, I gem to get them up to 25.
Yeah. Oh, and I said last battle, but I think I bought Portal Stones just out of habit. I didn't even realize I did it. Oh, man.
So, Zalan, when are you going to Castle 24?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm almost done with all the buildings, but my troops aren't all at 23. So it's gonna. I still think it's gonna be a little while. I'm gonna try to level up more of my troops before I make that final jump. So it's probably gonna be August. I'll probably spend the entire month of July still at 23.
Yep. No, I think that's the right way to go. I was just having that discussion with Don today. He's in our alliance and he's a buddy of mine, and he was saying that he's just going to sit at 23 even after he finishes his buildings to let his troops catch up some. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to go to 24 with all 22 troops. So my maidens are going to 23 right now, and there's a few other troops that I specifically wanted to make sure they're at 23, and then I'll go to 23 or I'll go to 24. But the thing is, I know there's downtime between when you actually go to 24 and actually start your 24 troop upgrades, because there's a bunch of things you have to do beforehand. So I do leave some troops to be able to be worked on while all that's going down. But taking maidens to 23, I'll also make sure that my spearmen are 23, and then I'll also make sure my Goliaths are 23. And then I will go to 24. in the meantime, after all 3 of them are done, I'll still be able to do my, I'll probably upgrade my militia, also my Imperials. I'll do all the rest of them. Like, it's not even going to be a question. I'll make sure they're all up to 23 eventually. And the Horde are sitting at 19 right now, which isn't terrible, because I know some people are they're still sitting at 16 or whatever for a lot of other people, but I got them up to 19, and I know there's still going to be more troops that buff the Horde coming soon, so they'll get more levels eventually.
Yeah, Horde's going to be great. Yeah, I've already
no problem, Tag.
Just about started my upgrade of. So I'm working on catching up Panthers to 23, and then I'm going to do. I'm already Castle 24. I'm going to go Maidens to 24, and then my debate is whether I go ahead and go to Castle 25 to get level 25 Maiden, and just say, well, I'm already here. Might as well get one troop maxed out so I can use that troop, at parity with the best players. So I'm debating that.
All right, so this is the last battle, just so everyone knows, because I totally goofed up and bought more Portal Stones on accident, just because the conversation was so good. But I do appreciate everybody jumping on Discord. Jim already jumped off, so I still got D, Prometheo, and Doom on here, and everybody in the chat that joined in, of course. And for those that are just tuned in not too long ago, go ahead and rewatch the replay. Plenty of good banter and awesomeness at the beginning of the stream. And also, don't forget to slap the like button. I don't say that enough, but that's because I prefer it to be something that you naturally do because you're enjoying yourself. But here we go. I am at 1596. Not bad for straight grind. Not bad. 71 rank. Not bad at all. Because we still want to make sure that we get that top 100. Because I want to make sure that I have all the Tarns or Tours or whatever you want to call these guys. All right, cool. All right, DOT community. Yeah, Anubis is good for quick raids. That's good, Virgil. Awesome. All right, DOT community. I will talk to you all again very soon.
Thank you, Zalon.
Have a good night, everyone.